Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now.
We're excited to announce the launch of an incredible new app we've created for our friend and client, Craig the Writer. If you haven't heard of Craig, he's the brilliant host of the Fag Talk on YouTube. Definitely go check that out. So we're introducing his new app called Say in a Card. This isn't just any card app. Say in a Card offers a unique, heartfelt way to connect with your loved ones. You can send a personalized card, each featuring a special message penned by Craig himself. But wait, it gets better. Do you want to add your own personal touch? You can customize your message to make it truly one of a kind. So download the app now and make sure you support Craig and his team, and I'll see you at the next one.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
First of all, let me tell y'all something. Don't be in them comments rushing me, talking about, come on, what y'all doing? You need to be downloading the Say It in a Card mobile app on your Galaxy phone or your Android or your iPhone. Hey, niece.
Girl, you had all the promotion in the world. It's my night, okay? You ain't got to promote tonight.
He barely wanted to come over here.
It's my, don't say that.
He barely wanted
this bitch at 12 o'clock today and said, girl, what you doing? I'm going to stop by. We were supposed to be on here at 6 o'clock. This bitch been out doing other things, so now we here at 7:35.
But when I called you, it was given, oh, I'm over at this restaurant eating.
No, girl, see, that's why you text me and said, hey, do you still want to come? So, bitch, I ain't know if you want me to come to your house.
Not because what you said was, well, we can always do it another time. That's what you said.
No, because it was given.
A bitch get a boyfriend. A bitch get a boyfriend.
It was given to me that you didn't want me to come over here.
A bitch get a boyfriend and she don't want to come work no more.
Girl, bitch is going tour around the world with the TS, honey. Now she don't want to do lives with little old folks like me.
The girls go and get a little business, a knockoff churro business, and now she don't want to come over here and sit on the line.
It ain't knockoff.
It's a knockoff churro business.
It's giving great value from Walmart.
Whatever it is, a bitch can rent a car.
Hello?
Or an SUV.
That part.
Tell the girls how they can rent a car.
Go on over there to Instagram at premium_enterprises.
Pull it up so they can see
and
it.
Baby, you can get your old car, honey.
You get a car, SUV, a little minivan.
Uh-huh. We growing, honey. We growing over there at the Premium Enterprises over there, baby.
Oh, wait a minute. They can't see that.
I know it's...
Okay, it's Premium Enterprises underscore. Because I don't know if you can be able to see it with the glare. There you go. Premium Enterprises with an S underscore. They said Keon has a fleet. Now, Keon fleets, I mean...
Well, both of them. I get one from the Walmart and I got one in cars, baby. Yes, I done got really thick, y'all. I know y'all used to the real skinny version of me, but baby, this is grown man weight here, baby.
Well, I don't know if it's just grown man weight or if it's also, because you booed up and stuff. Because the Keon I remember
was a little twink. Oh, guys, in the car. Oh no, they ain't hours. Go ahead and make sure.
Hours.
Oh! Don't do that, Craig! You put that picture up there. Oh my God.
This is how he used to look, people. Those of you who are unfamiliar, this is how he used to look. Once upon a time,
there was a little girl named Keon.
There was a little lady named Keon. Well, wait a minute. You said, is that our car?
Huh? No.
No, you said that.
I'm in his car. But I'm in it, so it's ours. It's ours. It's in his name.
Well, so it's your house is in your name.
Well, yeah, but we.
Oh, or did you add them to?
No,
because the girls get to moving fast. Let me take this picture down. The girls get to moving fast. The sex coming in on the regular. The girls get to adding folk to the.
No, the house is still in just my name. But yes,
keep it that way.
Yes.
Oh my God. Now when y'all move together.
When we move together.
I mean, to a place that's yours. Yeah. I know y'all already over there living in sin. Over there. Craig, what we doing? I know y'all over there living in gay sin.
Yeah, we over there shacking up.
Mm-hmm. Doing all that bumping uglies.
Oh, baby. Flipping the mattress. And,
2 mattresses.
Girl, it'd be a good old time.
You got to turn the mattress every... What, you do it every 6 months?
Mm-hmm. Rotate it, flip it around, and do what you do, baby. But oh yes, it'd be a great old time.
I'm gonna need you to download the Say It in a Car.
Bitch, I already got it in my phone. Bitch, it's right there. Look.
Well, I ain't seen no orders coming from you.
In the car.
We may have to update it because we're now able to send it via text messaging.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I need you to send one. When is his birthday? The boyfriend.
Our birthday is 3 days apart. His birthday is April 13th.
Well, you can schedule one for next year.
Oh, girl, I got to schedule one.
You don't have to, but I'm just saying, Christmas is coming. You might want to send him a Christmas card. Get me to the app store because I need to update your app. Because see, you can now send. Oh, Andrew, you just ordered 5 cards. Thank you. Did you send them via text message? Andrew sent one of those cards I know over to London. Andrew is engaged.
Oh.
You went to the app store?
Yeah. Oh, the app store.
See, the thing all in love and can't even think straight. So when you go in the app store, it's probably going to tell you to update. Because see, we weren't able to send text messages before. Did you all download? If you haven't downloaded, go ahead and download it. It's Say It in a Card. There we go. All right. It's available on Android. Where's Mantra?
It's already updated, Craig.
Oh, it did already update.
It's already updated.
Oh, we got a 4.8 5-star rating. Please do a rating as well. Okay. Well,
yes, I got you in my phone.
Do you need to do it on this phone?
No, honey, I ain't gonna waste my memory like that. I got it in this phone right here.
But put me on the home page.
You are on the. When I unlock my phone, this is the first.
Okay.
Page.
Well, I'm gonna need you to start using it.
I got you. Right
and you can send thank you cards to them people that be renting the cars.
Oh, I didn't think about that. But can I get a discount?
Yeah, there's a discount when you sign up for the. Let me show you how you do a subscription. There's a subscription for $49.99 for the year, and you get 15 cards.
I can pay $50 for the year?
For the year.
Oh, I can do that now.
Yeah.
I can do that now. I can pay for the year.
Seasons change.
Yeah.
People change. Thank you, Golden, for downloading the app.
And for those who don't know who I am, I see y'all asking who is Keon. I am Craig's only child.
Only.
One and only.
I got my tubes out after him.
Yeah, I gave him a little hell.
Look, anybody that came around, it was just giving like, he's like, I don't know who this is. He was like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
But you had to get him up out of here.
But let me go ahead and make me a drink.
Wait, let me turn the AC up because I got a little warm.
While you're talking to the people, let me go ahead and make me a drink. Oh, I need to get to the bootleg.
Wait a minute, Andrew is down here doing the super chats. Thank you for the super chat. What are you looking for? Whatever you're looking for is also looking for you. Amen? Ain't that the truth? Let me go turn the AC down. Or up.
Well, girl, while you doing that, go get the glasses so I can make me a drink. I need me a good old drink. What's up, y'all?
Drink?
Yes, I need me an alcohol beverage.
I think they have a dishwasher.
It has been a long time. Y'all don't do too much. I got a little thick. I done dropped some weight that I was bigger than this.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to. I lost like 11 pounds.
You were bigger than that?
Craig, I had to be in the 200s.
No!
Yes. Bitch, and I was wearing 36 pants.
Oh my God.
I'm back down to 30. I'm squeezing back in 32s now.
Yeah, because them pants real snug.
These 34s. They're a little loose now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then my hair growing. This ain't no weave, Craig. You always talking about
Yeah, you used to put that synthetic stuff in
yeah,
there.
this ain't synthetic, honey. I got a little shake time now.
He be pulling it and stuff.
Here, bitch. Let me make us a drink.
He be pulling it and stuff. Wait a minute. Are your what did you break? Your shin, your ankle, or what? When you fell
tibia.
When you fell that time.
Yeah, my tibia.
Now where's your tibia located?
Right here.
Right, down in the shin area.
Uh-huh.
Now, is it giving you any aches and stuff? Because you said before that when it's starting to rain.
Oh, yeah, baby. Now I'm in the stage where Craig, sometimes I just get cramps in it. Like, when I'm getting in the bed or something, I just start catching a cramp.
You know what I'm about to tell him. You need to get you some of that soursop.
What's that sour side? What's that?
It's some in there on the door.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, it's going to remove that inflammation from down there.
Bitch, I ain't got no inflammation in me.
Well, what do you think is causing the aches and shit?
Uh-huh.
What you think causing the aches then?
The metal.
The metal?
Yeah.
Girl, inflammation and went all around that metal. You better know it, Urban. That inflammation is all around that metal shin splint.
It ain't stopping nothing, honey.
What we drinking?
I was thinking, you ain't got this open?
See, there's one in the cabinet right there. Ain't one up there.
No. Oh, yes, it is.
I was gonna say, I thought it was one up
Remind
there.
me to send you this liquor. It's really good. It's called.
Is it black owned?
I don't know if it's black owned, Craig.
Well, tell me offline, because we
Okay.
don't promote nothing but black owned over here. What is it, vodka, tequila, or what?
No, it's rum, but it has coconut water in it. It comes from across seas. But Craig, when I tell you,
Girl, I know it's hot because they didn't add them tariffs.
when I tell you, all you need is if you want to, you can drink it by itself, or you can just add a little Sprite to it, and that's all you need, baby.
What we adding to this?
Sprite. Oh, I probably a little too much in this one.
You know what? That damn grape, that probably is flat now because that was sitting there from last night.
Yeah, that's flat.
Yeah.
I give you that one, senior state. Y'all need to drink.
I'm not a senior, bitch. Elliot is not here.
You knocking at the door.
No, I'm not.
Craig, you knocking at
Senior citizen is 55.
Craig, I met you when you was in your 30s. You were 50 something now.
I'm not.
Craig,
I am 49.
Craig, you about to be 50 next year.
No, I'm not. Next year.
Oh my God. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
Bitch, sit your ass down. Tell me I'm about to be.
when you met me, I was 21 years old. No, 22.
And now you're a grown woman.
Grown woman. Yes. My titties, they still sitting up.
No, they're starting to hang.
No, they ain't hanging. They sit up. I can see them now.
Now, how did you end up losing some weight? Some.
So I changed my diet. So I haven't been eating like
all that Rowley's and Sonics and shit you eating.
So I like instead of eating rice, I eat the cauliflower rice.
That's where in the frozen bag.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to get ready for that frozen shit. That's
Well, Craig, one step at a time. And then instead of like eating mashed potatoes, I'll like blend the cauliflower up and make like
the same one that's frozen in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just go to the store and get you a real cauliflower and blend it up and put.
I did that one time.
And it wasn't good.
It was all right. Craig, I like stuff quick. It's popcorn, microwave, real quick. Oh, get done, whip it up real quick. I work all day, okay, Craig? I just don't sit around like you are.
Wait a minute. You think? Wait. You think
I work, okay? And by the way, I'm a director now, honey. So
you're a director over there at that junior college
at the IDC college.
ICDC.
Yeah, I'm over there. Yeah.
You're a junior.
Yeah, so
I wish I could hear some of these phone calls.
Yeah,
when I be talking to him on the phone, and people coming in talking to him, I be like, "That's a student."
I'm like, "Oh my God, here they go." But I love my students to death, and they love me.
Are you? Okay. But yeah, you got to get you some of those, some of that soursop, bitch.
I'm gonna order some.
And it's gonna have you lose some weight too.
Really?
Is your blood pressure high?
No, my blood pressure is not high.
What
At
about
one point in time it was?
What about Brandon's?
No, his blood pressure ain't high.
Oh, okay.
Sour. Okay, I may order some.
He done went from I'm gonna buy some to I may.
No, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna buy some, Craig. I'm gonna buy some.
There's the link right there. I'm gonna have to send it to him.
Oh, why when I've been reading this, I thought it said Liquid Burns from.
I was trying to figure out because I slipped up and said Liquid Burns a couple times. What is Liquid Burns?
Dang, I can't think of that. She over there in California. She's one of the supporters.
I know, but I can't remember what it was.
She did beer oil. She did the hoodie. She did
yes.
She did a whole bunch of stuff. She did the soap.
I think she did.
No,
somebody passed.
That was
Somebody sent me some stuff a while ago, and she ended up passing. Her name was
Rashonda. Rashonda was over there in
Charleston. No, not her.
Oh my
Mecca.
God. Barbara something passed too, I believe.
We talking about y'all. Barbara who?
Oh my gosh, she was on my page.
See, I be so close to y'all. I may not talk to y'all on the phone and stuff like that, but I be knowing y'all, and I be knowing what's going on, and I know sometimes when some of the people pass away. And all right, Sasanda, she said she's on day 2. She can be doing cartwheels come the cabin trip.
You need to sing Kim from Pay for Your Say a happy birthday.
I already sent her a happy birthday. Today is Kim's birthday. She's turned 60 today. Happy birthday, Kimberly Dooley from Pay for Your Say. What you remember who I'm talking about? Mecca?
Was she the light-skinned lady?
No, hold on. I'm about to show you. When I was doing the honest hour, I think her name was like Mecca Blackshear or something. Here she is, bitch, Mecca Blackshear. You don't remember?
No, she died.
You remember her?
I remember her.
And look, she used to send me, because she got me on her Instagram page because I wore one of the sweatshirts. Look, she got Jack on here because she sent that.
Oh my God.
She sent me that sweatshirt.
Oh wow.
And we put it on the honest hour. Yeah, she passed away.
That is so sad. That is so sad.
Oh, she got Jack on here a couple times. Look, there's Jack again. But yeah, she passed away. And so, but yeah, it was really sad. Somebody reached out to me and told me that. I can't remember. I know her brother had reached out to me also. But yeah. Okay, I be remembering stuff, Shawana.
I'm surprised. You know, sometimes you don't remember stuff.
I do.
Make you a little feverish.
So you're a director at the job now?
Yes.
So what does that entail?
Oh, great. Everything. So I'm a director over student affairs. So everything dealing with students. If they having trouble with attendance, if they having life issues, if I need to kick them out, if I need to counsel them, if I do awards, I do everything dealing with students.
Right.
When they come
just
in,
not the grades.
Yeah, I'm grade. No. But I do grade appeal. So let's say, for instance, they failed and they know they shouldn't have failed or something wasn't graded correctly. I have to go check the instructors and do all this stuff. It'd be a lot.
They got you checking the instructor?
Baby, yes, they respect me over there, honey. I put my little suit and tie on, baby.
And them little heels clicking around the hallway.
Well, I wear flats now. I can't wear heels no more. I got a little old. I can't wear heels no more. No. Made my leg hurt.
That's why you need to get a sour stop. I'm trying to tell you. RESPECT, RESPECT. Tiara, you were reading my mind. Remember when Kaya was on that show? You don't remember when she was on? You know, RESPECT, RESP. That's how she was doing. You don't remember? She was on there with the guy. What was it? MC Bass, the white guy who was in third base.
I don't remember that grade.
I'm
31.
Keon is 31 now. So you have 5 cars.
I have 5 cars.
Keon has 5 cars in his. So for those of you who don't know, Keon has a business where it's like Turo, if you know what Turo is. So it's for those of you who, you know, you'd have fucked up with a real rental car company. And so you... What, bitch? You done fucked up with a real rental car company. So now you got to come over to like Turo or to Keon's business. What's it called again? Premium Enterprises. You got to come over here.
Yeah. You know how you can't go to the real dealership like Honda, Nissan?
A buy here, pay here.
You go to the buy here, pay here. I'm the buy here, pay here.
He's the buy here, pay here for rental cars.
Yeah, for the rental car.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, you done fucked up because you done went over there and you can't put no deposit down because you ain't got no credit card.
Come see me, I got you.
Now listen, don't think you're gonna run off with my son's car. Because he got a tracker on the cars.
Somebody said great value rentals.
Who the fuck said that?
Who said that? Somebody said Andrew gonna talk about Timu Turo.
Timu Turo. So they said, what's the collateral for your car? So like, what do you, like with the rental car place, they put a certain amount on your credit card.
I hold a certain amount. They have to put a deposit down, and also I have all the information, like credit card information, everything. I did have a website. Mm-hmm. But I stopped using the website and everything. So I do literally everything manual. I send you the through my email. I send you the contract. You have to even when you come pick up the car, you just can't say, "Hey, I'm here. Can I get the car? Let me get the code." No, you have to take a selfie in front of the car. You have to do everything before I allow you access to the car.
Okay, and then would you unlock it remotely or something?
No, I give them the code. So,
you give them the code.
So I have like a lockbox that goes on the window, and they just unlock it in. Roll the window down, get it in, drive off. Yeah.
Thank you, TJ Baker.
It's a real smooth process when you do rent through me. And it's been good. Like I started, it was just, I remember last year starting.
Was it just last year?
I started last year. I bought the car, my first car, July 27th of 2024.
Why? I feel like it's been 2 years.
It's only been a year. It's going into it.
That's really good.
I just made a year this July.
So a little over a year now.
A little over a year, yeah.
So now, how does somebody book? Like.
So right now, honestly, I've been doing through Facebook Market and Instagram.
Oh, Facebook Market.
Yeah, Facebook Market.
And they just put in
Instagram. Yep.
And they put in premium enterprises on Facebook or on
Instagram, and then you'll put me up a lot. It's quicker on Facebook if you put my name, Keon Stafford, and then you'll be able to find me. But and it's just linked to all my cars. But yeah, it shocked me, Craig, because literally I was like, just over a year ago, I had a vision. And I was like, okay, let me just buy my little car. And I started with that little car, and now I'm at 5 cars. You know,
right?
And really, I would have had 6, but I sold one.
Right. So and then you said one of them had an accident.
One of them had an accident, and I went through the insurance. I went ahead and got it fixed, and luckily somebody hit them. I hate to say luckily like that,
but it wasn't.
But yeah, it wasn't their fault. So someone hit them in what's the State Farm reached out to me. Right. And they did the electronic check, like so I didn't have to wait for a check. They just said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you a link. Put your debit card in there." I put my business card on, and it went straight to my.
Thanks, Nate. Yeah. So, did you want to tell them about the time that you had to go and find the guy at the hotel?
Oh, bitch, I forgot about. So
I didn't.
I really
elephant.
Yeah. So look. So I usually give like a 30-minute grace period, traffic, etc.
For when they return.
When they're returning. So this particular time, I said, okay, I want to say like 6 o'clock. And I just kept having a feeling like something ain't right. Like something ain't right. Yeah. So I was looking, I can track the car. So I was tracking the car. And I was like, hey, you were supposed to return at this time. What's going on? So I told my boyfriend, I said, babe, I just feel like something is not right. Like, I just know something is not right. So he was just like, well, you want to go get the car? I was like, let's just wait a minute. I said, I'm going to see if he's going to send. If not, then let's go get the car. So I waited about 30 minutes, and I was just like, hey, what time 30
minutes past the time.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, what time are you going to drop the car off, etc. So he was just like, basically just start getting nasty through text message. And he told me, find the car however you find it. Bitch, I jumped in that motherfucking other car that I got. I said, babe, let's go. And went in.
Did you have your gun?
Oh yeah, I keep that on me. Oh, it's in the car. It's in my purse in the car. I kept everything. I just brought a little wallet and stuff. So I said, babe, let's go. I said, it was showing at one location. So by the time I was getting closer to their location, I started to see the car moving. Because it shows real time. Right. So I said, come on, let me turn this way. I went and he had it parked behind.
He was at a hotel.
Yeah, he was at a hotel. He had it parked behind a hotel. So I called the police and said, hey, I want to report my car stolen. I said, I'm gonna run a car business, and I told them everything. So
right.
I hate Sandy Springs. They were just like, well, we'll have to see what we can do when we get out there. So it took them like 20 minutes to come out or whatever. So once we got there, I said, hey, I showed them all the paperwork. Hey, this is the contract. This is what time you're supposed to be returning, et cetera, et cetera. Showed them text messages and everything. Had his license and everything. So the police said, well, let's go to the front desk and let's see if they're actually checked in here.
Right.
Luckily, went to the front desk and the clerk said, oh, he just went upstairs. He came and got a new key.
Because you had the police with you.
Yeah, because I had the police with me and everything. So the police went upstairs at first. And I told the police, I said, I really don't want to press charges or anything like that. I said, as long as I can get my car back and I can get my keys and he's not hostile, I'll be fine. I said, if he get hostile or anything or trying to be nasty, then I'll go another. I said, I just really want my keys. I said, because I had already said he ain't getting his deposit back anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
because he had gone over the time.
So the police went up there and everything. So the dispatcher called me and say, hey, Mr. Stafford, they have talked to the client. Could you come upstairs and everything? So I went upstairs and the police said, hey, let's just verify. He had me pull out the license, the copy of the license. Yeah, this is him. And I showed him a picture before he got access to the car. And the police said, hey, where's the keys?
The police didn't ask for like the text message conversation?
No, I showed them everything prior. So when we got upstairs, the only thing I had to show him was him taking a picture of,
getting in the car. Right.
Getting in the car.
What made you start doing that though? Because you weren't doing that in the very beginning, were you?
Turo. Because when I rented through Turo.
See, let me pause right here. See, this is why it's important for those of you who want to start a business, especially if it's a business that's not unique in the sense that it doesn't already exist. So, like, for example, like if you're a baker and you want to do cupcakes, those of you who are in Florida and those of you who live in Atlanta, you're familiar with Cami Cakes. And those of you who've been following me for a long time, you know the owner of Cami Cakes, these cupcakes. It's a Black woman I've had on my podcast, whatever. And she's even sponsored cupcakes for some of the events that you guys have come to. She told the story on my podcast some years ago that she wanted to do a cupcake business. And there were people, friends and family, who had said, you really think you're gonna be able to make a living off of selling cupcakes? But the thing is, and I want to just put a pin right here, because sometimes when people say things like that, it's not always because they're trying to be a hater or be a Debbie Downer. Sometimes people say things like that because they care about you and they don't want to see you go down the wrong path and it not work out and da-da-da-da. But that's also why it's important sometimes to keep your dreams to yourself. Because you'll spend more time and energy defending your dream and explaining your dream to people. And that energy that you're using to defend your dream and explain your dream, you could be using it to push your dream forward. And so I say all of that to say, the beautiful thing about having a Turo is that you were able to look at their business model and see what things work for them. Because I did the same thing with this Say It in the Card greeting card app. Like when we were building it, those of you who are new, especially who don't know this, because I had been talking about this along the way. When I was building that greeting card app, I went on there and looked at different greeting card apps and see what they had going and how they did it. And I wanted to improve on what they had. I want mine to look, you know what I mean? Because some of the ones that I've seen, like they look real cartoonish, they look real silly, and like I wanted mine to have a more sophisticated edge. I wanted to have more meaningful messaging. Even the silly ones like that I read last night, like if you owe somebody money, somebody owe you money, and you asking for your money, but still there's a purpose in the message. So anyway, I say all that to say it's great that you were able to go and look at Turo and be like, okay, let me incorporate that. Let me take that. Let me borrow that idea. So, but that's another reason why I watched Shark Tank.
I used to love that show.
I was watching it last night. That's why I love Shark Tank, because even if it's not a business, even though they have all kinds of businesses that come on there, you can always learn from their stories, their journeys, right? But go ahead.
But yeah, I just be like in awe. But it was a point in time, I like literally like I had people asking me, "You scamming? Like, how you getting all these cars? And how you doing it?" But
that's what people were saying.
Yeah. And it was people that was close to me. It was just like, damn, like you can't support me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person that I always been like a risk taker, and I always been a person that's just gonna just do it.
But that's the sign of an entrepreneur too. Like you have to have a certain amount of risk in your blood. And I'm not saying, but the other thing about being an entrepreneur too, you also got to know when to take risks
and when not
to.
Yeah.
And sometimes your ambition is so great that you'll put yourself in a predicament. You'll be standing on a quagmire. There's a word. You'll be standing on sinking sand, baby, because sometimes your ambition is so high, and you're like, oh no, I know this is gonna work. Let me do it, and it's just like, no, that ain't really rational. So it's like you really got to be able to measure yourself. I saw your comment in here, QS. That's a really good idea. QS said, do you think that eventually with the greeting card app, you'll have like specific months or cards for specific months? Like this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then I know there's a Domestic Violence Month. That's a good idea. So that's something for me to think about. I like that. Thank you. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I just had to like, and that's a good point that you made too, like when to take the risk and when not to, because it was a point where, you know, and still now where it's so much demand coming in with less supply, you know, so I can't just jump out there and just get 1 million cars, you know what I'm saying? So
it's about growth. It's a slow burn. It's about a slow burn. Go ahead.
Right. So that's what I just was doing, but I started to see where, and me and you had this conversation where I had to take a step back from going out to the club every weekend, or
that wisdom comes in when you need it.
Yeah. And it was just like, you know, instead of going out every weekend, I can take $100 from going out and put it towards your business.
Yeah, it's about a sacrifice. Because the thing is, and I say this in one of those books, your success is on the other side of your sacrifice. So the question is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice going out with your friends to have something to drink, smoke hookah, and do all these things, go and get your nails done, going to get your hair cut every week? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because you could be redirecting that money. Finish your story, because they are in the comments. Can we get the rest of the story? Girl, calm down. It's about a slow burn. So the police said.
So once I went up there and showed the police that he had taken a picture. He had taken a picture, and I showed them the license again. They matched it up with him, so they said, "Hey, we're gonna give you 2 options. You either cooperate, or we're gonna have to take you to jail." Right. So I told them, I said, "Hey, I'm really not trying to press any charges." I said, I just want my car back. So the guy gave me the keys and everything else. I let them know. I said, hey, you will not get your deposit back, etc. And I was fine. I got my keys and kept it moving. But it taught me that, you know, everything is not always peaches and cream.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had been having so many highs and, you know, no incidents, or at this time no accidents or anything like that. So it's like.
But that incident was when you learned to take the picture.
A little before that.
It was before that.
Before that.
But that's the reason why sometimes things like that happen too, because not just so that you don't get the feeling that it's always going to be peaches and cream. Yes, that's part of it. But every time though you have those setbacks, what feels like a setback, those are those growth spots. I call them growth spots. Those are the opportunities where you can tweak your business and you can fix things and you figure out, so that, because you know if it happened this time, it's going to happen again. So now you know if something happens in the future, you know how to proceed,
right, etc. Yep. And even with the accident, like I have a car in the shop right now. It's not nothing major. And the door is dented. And the guy, he said, "Hey, I don't want to go through the insurance, because when you rent through me, I have, like how you go to Enterprise, you get third-party insurance, or it's the same thing with me."
Yeah. So you have a third-party insurance.
I have a third-party insurance that they can go through.
Now, how did you find out? How did you figure out how to, and that's the thing about being an entrepreneur, you have to figure shit out as you go along. How did you figure out to set up like third-party insurance? So, and the reason I'm asking it is because a lot of times, like if you were starting this business, most people would think to call Allstate, State Farm, Geico. No. So what made you think to do a third party?
So let me tell you, Craig, even to today, after work and I come home and I, you know, kind of settle down, wind down, talk to babe, etc. I get on my phone and I just literally like search different things, and I did do a like a webinar with the guy and how he started, and he was just saying, hey, this before I just like jumped in.
Right.
I think I had just one card in, and I was just trying to see what he was doing different from what I was
now,
doing.
how'd you find the guy who you did the webinar
It was
with?
On Facebook.
And see, this is what I want to say. Perfect example. And I guess it's Andrew. And you see her question down there? We're gonna come to that because we talked about that earlier on the phone.
Yeah.
The reason why I stopped him about the guy who he did the webinar with, and I say, well, how did you find him? Because I say to you guys all the time, when you set your intention, the universe provides. He just it happens serendipitously. He just happened to be on Facebook, and here's this thing about a webinar. But again, when you set your energy in a certain direction, that's why I say to you all of the time, you don't have to have all of the steps. You just have to start taking the steps. And for every single step that you take for yourself, God, the universe will take 3 for you. So for every single step that you take for yourself, the universe will take 3 for you. So you all out here doing this card thing, and then here comes a webinar. You know what I mean?
And the crazy part is, the person who was doing the webinar, Craig, he did it for free.
Wow.
He did it for free. And
there are no coincidences. Yeah, that's it.
He did it for free. And I said, you know what? I'm going to join this. Something telling me to join. I just want to compare.
Was he local or he was somewhere else?
No, he was out of state. So I said, let me just compare what he's doing versus what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And what I learned from the webinar was it's different routes that you can take. You know what I'm saying? And he said he started off working a job just like I'm working a job. And he was catering to what we call economy cars. He had his economy cars. Now he have all exotic cars.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because everybody's not looking for a muscle car, a sports car. Yeah. You got people that just need to get to their job over at the Walmart or at the Sprouts or wherever the fuck they work. You know what I mean? And again, they may have a poor record with Enterprise and whoever else, and they need somebody like you that's going to have a business. But here's the other thing. You probably already are, because that's just how it works when you're an entrepreneur. Like your mind just starts going in all these different directions. And I'm a big believer that your imagination is God's proof to you of what's possible in your life. So right now you're already thinking about things where you can take the business. That's your imagination. That's God showing you in your imagination where it can go. You don't have those thoughts and ideas for no reason. They've been planted there because that's something that you can aspire to. Yeah. All of that to say, you don't have a website. You're doing it through Facebook and through Instagram. Who's to say that one day you may not have an app where people can book through the app? I didn't have an app built. You can come and be a sponge and pull everything that I learned, because I learned so much from this is community. This is how community works. And this is why I always say to Black people, we've got to do a better job of being sweeter and kinder to each other. We have to do a better job of sharing our wisdom and things that we've learned along the way. But sometimes, not all of the time, because I'm not one of those Black people who believes this, but sometimes as a community, we don't always want to share our knowledge, our wisdom, because it's like, well, shit, I figured it out. You go figure it out on your own. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say to you guys all of the time, the lesson is never just for you. And right now we're talking about business, but we could be talking about a health scare. We could be talking about a cancer diagnosis. And what I'm saying is your story is never just about you. The story is also it's also for whoever you're willing to share it with. And so again, like I had this app built. That may be a direction that you may want to go in one day, because quite frankly, part of the reason that I took Say It in the Card from the .com space, and you can still buy the physical cards from the .com, but I moved it to the app because that's the way technology is moving. It is moving. A lot of people aren't really going to .coms anymore. They do, but even when you go to the .com, it'll say, you want to download our mobile app? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you know, like we have to do a better job of not gatekeeping. Yes, Coach Realness.
But one thing that I took from you was one year we did the you was like, I want all my friends to come over and we gonna write it down and we gonna write something on the card and you gonna mail it to us.
Oh my God.
Right.
I'm doing that at the cabin.
Let me tell you, that stuck with me, right?
Yeah.
So I did it the year with Craig. I think that maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably been about 3 years ago, going into another year, right? So I did that
because I had it at New Year's Eve at the house one night.
Yeah. And when I tell you writing things down has so much power.
It's powerful.
I never knew how powerful that is. So I did it that year with Craig. And then the following year, literally the next year, I went to a New Year's Eve party and someone else had the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. But this time, instead of that person mailing it to us, we wrote down and we tied it in a lock key.
Okay.
And so at the
kind of like a time capsule or something.
So at the end of the year, we was able to unlock it.
Yeah.
And everything that I wrote down on happened. So I said I'm gonna do it again the following year, and then I did a 6-month one, and I did a year one. This year on my 6-month goals, everything that I wrote down, I have accomplished. Yeah, literally. So it's just like, oh my God,
there's something really powerful about writing your vision down,
and you don't remember what you wrote down. Of course, when you see it, you like, oh, I remember writing this, and then it's like, oh, I wrote this down. So it's just powerful. Yeah. And I took that from you, and it's just like literally the next year happened, and then I did the 6-month one, and then I even did. So this year, me and Brandon did it, which is my boyfriend. We did it, and I opened it up on the 6th month. I said, "Babe, what did you accomplish? What did you not accomplish?" I said, "Since it's your first time doing it, I said you may have not accomplished everything, but take those things that you didn't accomplish and put it
into the next one
for the end of the year." So I can't wait to see what I have accomplished for my 12-month goal. You know what I'm saying? But my 6-month goal, and I posted it on social media. But I'm just thankful that I have gotten to a space where like I can think clearly. I'm just like free, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in a better headspace. And it's just like I was just saying, I wanted to be in a different headspace and, you know, be able to love again and be able to be free. And boom, here it is again. And it's scary.
And it is, but your dreams are supposed to scare you. Your dreams are supposed to scare you. And this isn't just for entrepreneurs. This is for those of you who are in the workforce and you're going in for an interview or you're going in for your evaluation and it's time for you to ask for more money. Someone said to me years ago, you need to ask for the number that makes you nervous. Ask for the number that makes you nervous. Not unreasonable and unrealistic, but ask for the number that you know is within the realm of that position, that job, or whatever it is. Ask for the number that makes you nervous. You know, and that's how you have to move through life. A friend of mine, and I said this on the live one time before, however long ago it was, a friend of mine said to me years ago, and this is when things were really kind of like uncertain for me and just whatever. And I don't even think I knew you then, maybe. But I remember he said, I don't think I did. And I remember he said to me, he said, and he's funny because he's a big guy. And he can be so Nelly at times, right? He was like, Miss Thing. And he's like a big guy. Big hands. He's like, Miss Thing. He said, one thing about you, he said, you don't mind taking no risk. He said, but I know one thing. He said, if you're not living on edge, you're taking up too much space. If you're not living on edge, you're taking up too much space. And I was like, wow. But even now, to this day, like I still write down things. Like I did it the other day. You see my little candles and shit over here? I got candles in the room. I write down things that I want to see come to pass. I write it down on paper and I take a white candle and I burn it. I set my intention. I write it down. I write down the things. I bullet point them. I write them down like things that I want to come to pass. And I get real still. I get real calm, and I read them, and I concentrate on what I'm writing and what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling, and what I want to come
to pass.
To pass, yeah.
Right. And I write them down, and then I put a candle on that paper, and a white candle, and I burn that candle, and I let that candle go. And I just move around the house. I do what I'm doing, and and then I blow it out before I go to bed. Mm-hmm.
It's powerful.
And candles mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here was a purple candle, because purple means dominance over something, dominion over something. And so I set my intention over there, and I put the candle there, and I put it on top of the picture, and then I burned the candle. I set my intention, and I let it go. I went in another room and started watching TV.
It's crazy.
Here's what you do. You Google, what's the spiritual meaning of a purple candle? What's the spiritual meaning of a white candle? What's the spiritual meaning of a red candle? Green candle? Like, you go in there and write those things.
Yeah.
And then bay leaves have spiritual connection too. What's the spiritual meaning connected to bay leaves? Like, I did a thing a couple weeks ago. You're manifesting, right?
Yeah.
And so a couple weeks ago, I wrote down things on a bay leaf. This was right when I came back from Tulum, and I wrote down things on that bay leaf. I flipped it over. I wrote down again.
Right.
Yes, indeed. And then it says, then you burn the bay leaf. You set your intention. You burn the bay leaf.
Yeah, but when you're doing things like this, you can't just. You have to be clear. Have your mind clear. You can't be scattered brain. You have to be your mind clear. Where it's just you can't have people around.
Right.
You have to, like you say, set your expectations, set it, and then manifest it. Pray over it, however you choose to do, and then let that go.
Release it.
Yeah, and release it, because I will tell you now, I never thought a year ago buying a 2013 Chevy Cruze was gonna have me today
to all of this
with 5 cars, and and I know that it's still more to go. You know what I'm saying? And I still have more levels to get to, but it's just like, wow. Like, oh my God. Like, I look back, I literally last week, I went down, something was just like, just go down. I went this last weekend.
Yeah.
I went to see my dad. I took him his I got him like a little retirement box and stuff like that. I sat and seen my grandmother. I went out, put flowers in my on my mom's grave, and driving back, Craig, literally, I wasn't even doing it. I was just driving, literally. I just bust out and started crying. I was like, what the hell wrong with you? But I was just thinking about,
you're by yourself.
Yeah, I was by myself. I was just by myself driving. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe I'm in this place. Like, this is a place that I want.
That's gratitude.
Yeah, I wanted to get to, and I know it's still more that I'm going to accomplish, and still more levels that I need to get to. But it's people who believe in me, that even to my job, because I don't have a degree, I'm in a position where I'm sitting at the table with people who got degrees and everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the favor over your life. You know what I'm saying? And what you put out, you always say what you put out, it's going to come back.
It's like a boomerang. Yeah. Whatever you throw out, it has to come back. And it may not come back from the person that you blessed or the person that you hurt, but it is always going to come back. So let's just say I did something nice for you. That nice gesture may not come back from you. It may come back from somebody else. It may come back from somebody on this live. Or I do something really hurtful or spiteful towards you. You may not do anything to get revenge on me, but that shit is going to come back.
It's going to come back.
Because you have to, and I write about this in the book that I'm writing now, because you have to have that moment where you come to the realization that you ushered in this feeling that you're going through right now. Now, you may not ever acknowledge it to the person that you fucked over, but you're going to have that moment where you sit in it and you're like, you may not ever meditate about it. Oh, okay, I know why this just happened to me.
Yeah.
Somebody said, who is that? Destin. What is that? Destin. What is that? What? Destiny the goddess. Okay, there we go. Destiny the goddess. That is true. I believe that. When I was in Tulum, one evening, there was a certain moon that came that night while I was out there, one of those nights that I was out there. And I went out there in that water in the dark. Now, I didn't get in the water. I just went out there and stood. Now, this was in Tulum, so the water was not choppy and all of that. So I was not putting myself at risk. But I was out there, and the people who worked there, they were taking up the lawn, not the lawn chairs, but the chairs and stuff. And I know they were looking at me like, where is he going? Because it was pitch black. I could barely see my hand in front of my face. Yeah. But I stood out there where the water was like right around my ankles, and I set my intentions. I just like looked right out into the ocean. So that's true. And similarly, you can do that in your grass. Like you ground yourself. You go and step in the grass barefoot. Yeah. And you set your intention. You get real still. You get real quiet. You just allow your mind to get still. And you think and you send your intentions towards whatever it is that you want to move in or out of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It is really, really deep. Like, it's just power. I just look back over the years. Like, one day I was cleaning. Well, not sitting, but I was cleaning the house. And I was just like, it was like I went back to the years. Like I remember what happened in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024, 23, up until now. And it's just like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
And like you say, when people do bad to you,
I know where you're going with this.
They karma come back in. Sometimes the people have to come back in front of you.
They always going to come back in front of me.
And this particular person came back in front of me, where we speak.
And don't be typing no names in the comments, Kevy Kev.
Right. It's no issues with this person, but it's a high and by now. And I never thought I would ever speak to this person again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, let me tell you, growth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Because even like when my mom passed, my spiritual teacher told me, that's when I started doing the white candle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would write down things on the candle and I would put on the paper and I would set the white candle on it. Mm-hmm. She told me whenever I'm home and I, want to feel close to her or something like that, I could light white candles because it kind of opens up a pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And so look at Parker Boy talking about, we know who it is. That damn Kevin, his ass be in there typing all damn fast. Don't be typing nobody's name in here.
Please.
We know who it is.
But that's good that But I heard that too though, lighting candles. So that's not the first time I've heard that. Lighting candles and setting your intentions, etc. So I haven't personally did it, but
and it's with anything.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes, you may have so much clamor in your life and it's hard to get still. I understand. I've had those moments. But it's about a discipline. You really have to get disciplined and it's like it's a muscle. You have to just do it until, because even like when I first started doing yoga, and I haven't done yoga in a while, but I was like, well, I don't understand how people do yoga. They just sitting there and but I eventually got to a point where I could just be in there and I could just my mind would just be still. And normally you will be thinking about what you did right before you got to the class. You'll be thinking about what you got to do when you leave the class and da-da-da. But then there's a moment where you just, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time, there's a moment where you have to get really still and you quiet all of the noise, because those are the opportunities where God can get to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are the moments that God can get to you, when you can quiet the voices in the world and the voices in your head and just really let God get to you and speak to you. But one of the things I wanted to go back to that you were saying, we had a conversation a long time ago. And I said because you're 31 now, and in my first book, Words Never Spoken,
I think I know where you're going to go.
There's a chapter called 30s Shift.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a shift, and those of you who are watching right now, and you're not quite 30 yet, there is a shift that's going to happen when you turn 30. There's a shift.
No, that is true.
And when I told him that, he probably was 28 or something. I don't know how old he was.
You used to always say, you just wait till you turn 30.
Wait till you turn 30.
You just wait till you turn 30.
There's a shift that's going to happen. And I know that to be true because it happened to me. But I remember when I was in my early 20s, and I'm still friends with this guy to this day. He's married, but he's older than I am. But he said to me, because he used to date one of my friends years ago. And so that's how I met him. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was probably I probably was like 23, maybe 24, but I think I was like 20. I think I was like 23 or about to turn 23. And he just looked at me one day and he said, you wait till you turn 30. He said, you're going to be all right.
Mm.
And I looked at him because I was like 22. I don't even think I had turned 23 yet. And I said, what you mean by that? He said, you just come see me when you turn 30. He said, you're going to have your head on straight. He said, you're going to be all right. He said, mark my words. He said, I can see it in you. And that was one of those seminal moments, another one of those seminal moments in my life. Because I had moments like that throughout my life. Mm-hmm. And I think that, and I'm not saying that I'm the only one that has those, because I'm sure some of you have had those same experiences. I personally believe, and I talk about this in Book of Jewels, I think that those moments like that happen to kind of direct you and redirect you and send you this way when you're supposed to be going this way. You know what I mean? And so they're like omens. They're like little cheat. It's like a cheat sheet to kind of let you know which way you're supposed to be going. Like the universe, God will put people in your life to say little things, to plant little seeds, to make you think in a different direction. And so that was one of those seminal moments. I had it all throughout my life. And when he said that, and I remember when I turned 30, and again, like I still know him, like I saw him at House Music in the Park back last month. And I remember saying to him one day, I said, you remember when you said? He said, well, I remember when I said it. And I said, what did you mean? He said, look at you now. He said, I just knew you were going to have it together. He said, I knew you were different from your peers.
Your peers, yeah.
The people that were my age. And so I had said to Keon, I don't know, about a year or so ago.
Before I turned 30.
It was before he turned 30. And I said to him, because I would see him and his little friends and stuff. Because every now and then I would come out to something he was doing or, you know.
I would just come out, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be something at his house or it'd be something somewhere else. And I was just observing. And I remember saying to him one day, I said, you're going to break off from some of them children.
He did.
You're going to break off from some of them. And I said, it's not going to necessarily be because you fall out. But you're going to grow in different directions. And you're going to just start growing at a different pace. And I said, I can see it. And so then a few months ago, I guess.
Me and him had this conversation. I said, Craig, I see exactly what you were talking about. But it's funny.
Because your interest changed.
Yeah, your interest changed. But I'm going to tell you something. It's so funny that we're having this conversation. Because literally today, right? Me and you had another conversation maybe about a few weeks ago. But literally today, I got a confirmation. Because I was just talking in, I believe when you set boundaries, friends, family, whoever has nothing to do but respect it, right?
Yeah.
And today I was having a conversation with a certain friend, and I had been told Craig a long time ago, Craig, I'm focusing on like my business. I want to grow my business. Yeah, I still go out, but it's not like I'm in a club.
It's not on the regular like how they do.
Yeah, how they do. And literally, a friend of mine said today certain things to me. Yeah. And I said, because we were like kind of going, not a back and forth, but we was kind of having like a little debate. And I was like, hey, you don't invite me here, you don't invite me there, but you do this, you do that, right? And I had to step back. It's like I stepped out my body and said, I know the reason why you're not doing it. And it's like,
because they probably, even if they can't say to you that they recognize that you're growing in different directions, they feel it.
They feel it. And the person said back to me, it's because I see you growing, you know, you have your business, I see you in a relationship, etc. Not
this somebody I know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that you're acting different because you're in a relationship, but I just see what you're doing.
My priorities have changed.
And I had to like really like look.
I can't go out with you every weekend to smoke hookah.
Yeah. And it was like, it goes.
I got insurance on 5 cars now. I can't spend my money on hookah.
Right. So it just made me realize
$30 to get into these little sets.
It made me realize like, oh my God, like I see it now. Like I see when your interests change or when you're doing certain things, you know, and it just go back to you that 30 shift. Yeah. Now I'm 31, I'm wanting to be 32.
And there's a shift that happens at 35. And I see your comments in here. There's a shift that happens at 40. Somebody mentioned 40. And yes, there's a shift that happens at 50. I saw the comment that you put in here too, and you said your cancer journey. But there are shifts that happen. There's one at 30, there's one at 35, there's one at 40.
Yeah.
I can't really say I felt one at 45, but I know I'm probably gonna feel one next year at 50.
But you know what, Craig, I always said to, like, I used to ask myself, like, why do I have this life? Not saying it in a bad way.
No,
but saying, like, I grew up fast, I did this, I did that, I lost my mom at a young age, and just all these different things. And when I realized, I was like, damn, it made me be who the person I am today.
That's right.
And when I have certain conversations with people that's older than me, people that's younger than me, and I deal with people that's I work at a college, you know what I'm saying? But even to like my close relationships with friends or family and stuff, and I sit back and be like, oh my God, like you respond to this a different way, or you've been through this. Like, so it made me look back, and I just be like, there's certain things that I had an interest for, I really don't have an interest for no more. Yeah. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not going to do that.
And what happens is people who are offended by your growth, they will start to mischaracterize you. They'll say, "Oh, he think he better," or "Oh, child, he just," It's like they'll start to do little things like that, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it is. It just means we've grown in different directions. And again, like I remember when, and the other thing is, I could kind of see elements of myself when I was saying that to you, because that was the same thing with me. Like when I was in my 20s. I remember, and I had friends who they all had degrees and they all had great jobs, but I was the only one who was an entrepreneur. Like, and I'm not saying that that's better or worse. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, just like I say to you guys all of the time, when a child goes away to college, it separates them from those who stay at home. It's something that's different about it. And that's what I'm saying about it's different when you go to a job every day as a 20-something-year-old or whatever, and you're a 20-something-year-old, but you're starting your own business. Like, yeah, I was going to work just like they were going to work, but I also, after work, I was going to the studio to write music, and I was starting to say it in the card. And like it grew me up. Being an entrepreneur in my 20s grew me up in a way that it didn't grow them up.
Right.
They would eventually reach it, but it grew me up. It's just like if you're 14 and you leave home at 14 and you get your first apartment at 16, 17. You're going to grow up faster than the average high school person in certain ways. You just are. And so it's not about better. It's just about direction. It's just about direction. And so, but go ahead. So you noticed that shift and how things started.
Yeah, I just noticed the shift in, like, I would notice, like, I wouldn't get, and I said at the beginning of the year, hey, I'm not going to be doing this. Like I said to all my friends, hey, it's nothing against you. I'm just not going to do this because I'm focusing on this, And I'm glad I took that route because it started to change me, and I redirected my focus. You know what I'm saying? And now that my focus is totally different, I got a promotion at my job. My business is elevating, and it's just like, oh my God. But the confirmation came literally today. Like, it was just like, oh my God, like I see it now. And then also too, I never had a handout. Like, nobody never gave me nothing. Like, everything that I have, I literally have built. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, I went off to college and my mom and them gave me $20,000 or $10,000. Right. It was literally like, hey, I started from a little boy that was 17 years old, got his own apartment.
He was sucking dick at 14.
And yes, suck dick at 14, but sucking dick at 14. Now I'm a 31-year-old man. And let's
not forget that.
Craig, they don't know that story. The people that's
the people knew didn't know the story, but the people that's been here, they definitely know the story.
I was asking to suck dick.
Well, he had his fast ass at 14 was texting some grown man of how many age, 17 or 19, if he could suck his dick. And his mother ended up seeing the text message and said, "You know how to do that?
You know how to do that?" I would say, "Girl, yes."
And she probably wanted to say, "Teach me." Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
But no,
Parker boy said, "Don't tell the new people, Craig." But the other thing that I wanted to say about what we were saying a moment ago is, and as interesting as it was at that time when I was in my 20s and trying to be an entrepreneur, there were no other entrepreneurs around me in terms of in my friendship.
Yeah, your
circle.
friendship. Yeah.
Just like you, I don't think you have any friends that are.
I have people who have to. They trying, maybe. They like entrepreneurs. They like entrepreneurs.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that because we always got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What I'm saying is none of them understood what I was going through at that time.
Yeah.
Because it was always easy for people to say, well, why don't you just go and get a job? Like, you just need to put that down. Like, just go and get a job.
Mm-hmm. You sure you want to do that?
Right.
I don't think you should do that. And you said something, not to cut you off, but you said something earlier where you was like, they care for you.
Yes, like sometimes people discourage you not because they're trying to hate on you, but because they care about you and they don't want to see you get hurt or they don't want to see you fail. Mm-hmm. But that you can't allow people to visit their fears on you. And so at the time, like when I was in my 20s, even my friend Randy, you guys know Randy, and I always do this when I describe him. You know Randy.
Oh my God. Randy.
I remember him saying to me years ago, and again, I believe it was purely innocent. Because I had started Say It in a Card. Before that, I was writing music. After Say It in a Card and during Say It in a Card, I was writing my first stage play. And I remember him saying to me, so I had these 3 balls that I was juggling. And I remember him saying to me, well, Craig, I think you just need to stick to one thing. Like you kind of like doing this and doing that. But to me, in my mind, it was all the same. To me, it was just writing. I'm writing a play, I'm writing greeting cards, and I'm writing music. To me, it was all the same. It was all under the same umbrella. But he and a lot of people were like, well, maybe you just need to focus on one thing, or maybe you just need to go and get a job. And now, today, people are like, oh my God, you really did it. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And like, I can't even tell you, I know some of you on Patreon have seen some of the conversations that I've had with some of my friends. Like the other day when Scott and I were in the car, but like my friends who were there when I was struggling and trying to figure it out and all of that stuff, they're all like, damn, you really did that shit. Like we have these conversations a lot, and I don't share them a lot because I don't want you guys to think that I'm bragging or anything like that. But like they see it in real, and even my family, like those of you that are on Patreon, when my family came down here, like they were like, wow, you did it. Like I was talking to my dad today, I didn't record it, but he was like, I am just in awe. He said, like, you did it. Like he was saying it today. And so again, your success is on the other side of your sacrifice. So the question just becomes, what are you willing to sacrifice for your success? Whatever that is.
But you know the crazy part? When you're living in it and doing it, you don't think that, oh my God, until you like really have like conversations or whatever, like, oh my God, I'd have did this or I'd have did that. When you're living it and going through it, because they don't know the sacrifices.
No.
They don't know the struggles.
Even as often as I talk about it on here, no one knows the true sacrifice except me. Because I walked in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? There were days that I had to, and this is when I was wearing contact lenses, and I had to buy a contact solution. And it was just like, well, shit, I ain't got no money for no contact solution. So there'd be days that I'd be sleeping in my contacts 2 or 3 days, trying to stretch that bottle of contact solution. There were times that I had to figure out if I was going to get a haircut or put gas in the car. Like I had a very tough financial decision to make every single day. And it was just like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? And that was before I even got to the books. Before I even started publishing books. I'm talking about when I was 27, 28, 29, you know what I mean? All of those times. Like no one, I mean, even my friends that I stayed with, they saw glimpses of it, but no one had truly walked in my shoes and saw that 1 month. And it was in October. Coincidentally, it's October now. But I remember one October, I had like it was either 9 or 13 overdraft fees in 1 month. In 1 month, I had 13 overdraft fees. I was like, good God. And that was when I think they were like $26 or some shit. My account was negative $660. So do the math, whatever it was at that time. It was negative 600. And I was just like, oh God. And so when I meet people now, or people say things to me now, they're like, oh my God, so you just, and I know you were joking when you said it a moment ago. Well, when people are like, oh, so you just sit at home, you don't do nothing? Baby, I paid my dues.
Yeah.
Honey,
yeah.
I had so many sleepless nights. Like, I'm resting and relaxing now. You know what I mean? But it was hard. It was very hard. And I think that so few people chase their dream or run to their dream because it is hard, because it's not easy. And when you finally get over that hill, and you're just like, and that's why I say to you guys all the time, there are days that I literally will wake up and I'll be in tears because I'm just like, I cannot believe that this is my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful to that magnitude.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also the reason why I try to share what I've learned along the way. I just briefly saw Coach Realness said, you have to share this story because many have the same superpower, and your story provides encouragement that they too will, yes, be on the other side of their dreams. And this is why I say the story so much. I tell the story so much because I remember when I would look at other people's story, I would watch Behind the Music, I'd watch Driven and all these different shows, Shark Tank, and I see those people crying when their dream was starting to be coming to fruition. But I tell the story so often because people stop telling their story. Once people make it, they usually stop telling their story. And I don't know if I've ever shared this story with you guys before, but I remember years ago, I went to see Lettucey. This was 2010. I'll never forget this. And she was down at Variety Playhouse down in Little Five Points. And this is when she had put that Turn Me Loose album out. It's that album with the red cover, and she got a black dress on. And she had just put that album out, and that album was really starting to give her success. So this was shortly after, those of you who watched that award show where it was her, Kelly Price, Marsha Ambrosius, and they sang that Nina Simone song.
That sound familiar.
Yeah, when they sang that Nina Simone song, and she was the last one. She said, "My name is Peaches." That's when a lot of people, I already knew who she was because I studied music. I love music, so I knew who she was. But a lot of people didn't know who she was, and that opened up the doors for her. And then that album was out. That Turn Me Loose album was out. Yeah, she sang "For Women" by Nina Simone. Yeah, Jill Scott was the other one that was up there. Thank you. And that's when everybody, they were like, well, who is she? And that's when people started looking her up. She went on this tour, and I never forget, she was down at Variety Playhouse. And I was coming out, I was at the end of a relationship. This was before I moved this was ahead of me moving to LA. And I was in a relationship, but it was really starting to fall apart. And I didn't have a car. My car had been repossessed. This was the third car that had been repossessed. The guy and I, we were living together. We had moved into a place together, but I wasn't always able to have my part of the rent. And so I was just in this really, really low place. And I will never forget, she sang "It's All Right." That song, "It's All Right." This life can make you so confused, but it's all right. But before she sang it, she started with this preamble, and she started talking about how God is always there and God is always listening. And she said, I could have made it a long time ago, y'all. She said, but I wasn't listening to God. She said, God would say, "Here, baby, Lettucey. Here's my hand, take my hand." She said, but I wanted to do it my way. She said, I had the wrong managers around me. She said, I could have been a millionaire a long time ago. She said, but I had the wrong people around me. And she said, I'll never forget. And she said the guy's name. I don't remember his name. She said she was staying with a friend of hers in New York. She said, I was sleeping beside his bed on the floor. Now, mind you, I'm in a relationship that's falling apart. Right after this is when I went to live with Angela on the second occasion. And she said, I was next to homeless. And she said, because I just wouldn't take God's hand. I wouldn't do it his way. She said, and the industry kept saying you weren't pretty enough. You didn't make the right music and just all of these things. And she said, and finally, I just started she said, I called my mother and I said, Ma, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to come home and I'm going to let this music thing
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And she said, well, wait a minute, baby. She said, her mama said, wait a minute, baby. She said, wait, let's just talk about it. She said, because this going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, wait a minute, mama, that's a song. And that's how the song came to be. When I tell you, I was sitting there damn near in tears listening to this, because by then I had sold out my stage play multiple times, but was broke as a joke. I had met Tyler Perry. He had come to the show. I had started my greeting card business. We had been in 7 stores. The economy turned. The stores ended up closing up. A car was repossessed. Like all of these things, the bank account thing had happened, negative $660. Like all of these things had happened. And all of that to say, the stuff that the people are supporting now are things that I had created then. I had Say It in the Card then. And somebody asked a minute ago, why haven't I been promoting Say It in the Card? I just reintroduced the app, Say It in a Card. It's an app. It's on Android and it's on iOS. So if you could download it. I wasn't promoting it because I really wanted the text messaging feature to go out. So you can now send digital cards via text message. So all of those things were in place back then. But it's not always about the gift. It's not always about the dream. Those things can be intact. Sometimes it's about you. Sometimes it's about your character. Sometimes there are things that that God, the universe, are still working through you, working on in you. So the vision was there, the ideas were there, but yes, it was about timing, but it's also what I'm speaking about. Sometimes it's about your character that still needs to be cleansed. I think the reason why I now have the level of compassion that I have to do homeless giveaways and do things for the people here that they may not always know about, but I'll do, because I was in a position of needing compassion at some point, right? And so I think sometimes it's not about your dream being ready. Yes, shadow work. The dream could be ready. The service, the product could be ready now, but you may not be ready.
You not be ready. Mm-hmm.
And so, and I always describe it as God had to hold me in the fire just long enough so that when he pulled me out, I would appreciate it. And that's why I can sit over on Fag Talk and not talk about how much something cost and how much I paid for this or how much. That's why I don't speak like that. I never do. You know what I mean? Because it's really not about, and then I think also because I have a sensitivity to where people are, what's going on in the country, what's going on in the world, people losing their jobs. So what do I need to sit and talk about what I got?
What you got?
Because I remember when I didn't have shit, and I hated when people sat around bragging about what they had. It's like, well, why are you talking about that?
Yeah. And it can be taken away. It
absolutely can. And because there are people who have more.
Yeah.
So like, what you bragging about?
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. It just humble you. It just humble you.
Yeah.
And like you said,
that last homeless giveaway almost wore me out though. It was giving very much so. Okay, listen, I'm not doing this no more.
When you went out,
it's gonna be a very long time. We're not getting another drink.
Oh, girl, you want another drink? Come on, bro. You know I like the drink. Hold on. Girl, you talk so much you thought you got a little party?
Yeah. I was trying to say it earlier, but I didn't want to lose my train of thought.
Well, that's what happened when you
Okay.
Let me shut up, because girl, I'm trying to get where you at in age. Oh, yeah, you rich too. I'm trying to get that too, baby.
I don't mix about drinks because I don't know.
Girl,
I don't know what you and that boy been over there doing. I'm pure over here.
Oh, child.
That's my drink on the left?
Yes, yours on the left. You know you would tap something, child.
I tapped the old thing about a month ago.
Oh.
But prior to that, I hadn't done nothing since February.
Oh, you was in a drought.
Well,
damn, girl.
Some might call it a drought. I was calling it a reset. Amen. Woo! I was calling it a reset.
You know what? Hold on, girl. We can finish this. Huh?
Right. You have to put that last little corner in there.
Right.
Let me see what's in that.
Yeah, it's just going to yours.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this.
Yeah, give me that.
Maybe flat.
That's okay. I don't mind. No. Is it flat?
Yeah, it's flat, Craig.
It's okay. Let me see.
Here, taste it. You drink the flat shit.
It's flat as a motherfucker.
It is?
But I don't want to open up a whole nother can.
Yeah, I'll drink this.
I don't want to order. All right, Marcus Terry, make sure you use your soursop now. Make sure you get on top of it. And be consistent with it. Also, I think those of you who sent your address in yesterday for the soursop, I hope you all did it.
How you get on this soursop?
Just like how you came across that webinar,
mm-hmm.
Serendipitously is how I came across the soursop.
Oh, wow.
I was having a bunch of lower back pain,
mm-hmm.
and I was even wearing like a back brace on the live sometimes, and I was just like, but maybe my back just needs some support, and I'll just kind of strengthen my back, and I'll just wear it when I'm walking around the house and whatever. And I would wear it at the gym and stuff. And but then like when I would bend over to reach down for the pans or pots or something, or even if I was like trying to bend down to tie my shoes or sit down, it was like my range of motion was off, and it was kind of painful.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like something going on in my hip. Like when I would go to get out of the bed in the morning, you know, you sleeping all night.
The old age was kicking.
Right. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, is this what 48 is going to be? Like what now, all this time, now I'm starting to feel
49, girl.
Well, when I was feeling this was before I turned 49.
So you was going through this for a whole year?
Yeah, bitch, I went to the doctor several times. I had my body scanned, and I said, listen here, something going on.
You got adjusted and everything.
Yeah, remember I had that membership to chiropractor. I was going to the chiropractor. I was like, maybe I'm just locked up, and I just need, I had a stretch there. Those of you on Patreon, I have a stretch therapist that comes, and she stretches me, because it's good to stretch anyway. And I was like, well, maybe I'll have her, you know, come. And so she was coming. So I was doing all of the things. And one day I happened to be on TikTok, and it just came down.
Really?
It came down my timeline, and somebody was talking about the inflammation and the stiffness and the body aches and da. And I said, well, let me try it. And so I went to the natural store here, and I got it.
Mm.
And I just started using it. And before I knew it, I jumped up out the bed, and I said, oh my God, my hip ain't bothering. Because the doctor had even prescribed me a medication.
Oh, wow.
And that was the only thing that relieved it. But I looked up the medication, and it had like adverse, you know, if you use it too long, to get the fucking up your kidney and your liver and shit. So I said, oh, I can't be doing this. So I started using the soursop, and one day it just dawned on me, just like my friend Kim yesterday in New York. She texted me yesterday. She's been using it for 2 weeks. She texted me and said, King, I just noticed that when I go up and down the steps, my knees aren't bothering me anymore. I said, you better keep using that soursop. Mm-hmm. I said, imagine what you're going to feel in a month. I've been using this shit probably 5 months.
Mm.
And so when I started feeling the difference, I started telling them about it. And I was like, you can go over there on TikTok shop and get it. I was never telling them to go on Amazon because, you know, I don't fuck with Amazon like that. And so I bought some I bought some from my dad because he's always talking about he's stiff and his joints.
I need to buy some for my grandma.
I'm telling you. So I was talking to Miss Dolores one day next door, and she was like, Craig, I hear you talking about that soursop. I really want to try it. And I was going home, and I gave her the bottle that I bought from my dad. Mm-hmm. So I ended up ordering a bottle from my dad from the TikTok shop, and I sent it to his house. He let the shit sit on his counter for probably damn near 2 months. Then he finally started using it. Now he texted me talking about, Craig, I'm dangerously low. Can you send me some more? No, you the one that didn't even want to use it.
Right.
But Miss Dolores was damn near about to have to be on dialysis. She wasn't really urinating. Because you know when you about to be on dialysis, your kidneys aren't really processing. Mm-hmm. So you don't really pee a lot. She said, Craig, I can't take that at night anymore. She said, I'm running back and forth peeing.
I'm going to have to get that for my grandma.
But then she has lupus, and so she says she feels a lot better. And then there's a woman who messaged me. I don't know her. She has multiple sclerosis. She said, I've been having joint pains for years. She said, I've been using the soursop for 2 weeks, she said. And she said, and I have never felt this kind of relief since I've been diagnosed with MS. So one of the people emailed the company and said, this guy's been talking about y'all stuff on the live. I didn't even know the people were Black owned. The girl who emailed, or woman who emailed the company, forwarded me the email that she sent them and their response. And they said, oh, well, tell them to reach out to us. And so she emailed me and said, you can reach out to them. I reached out to the people. And I said, listen, I can give it a try. I think I could probably sell it. because I've been using it and I've already been talking about it. And so then they gave me a promo code, and so now I push it. But of course, you got people who think that I'm only pushing it because I get a commission. Yeah. But I'm like, I was pushing it before I was getting the commission. What are you talking about? But yeah, but no, that shit. Angela using it, Greg using it. Angela stopped going to the gym because she couldn't bend. Her knees were fucked up. And her back, she said, I can't do it anymore. She said, Craig, I guess I'm just too old now. Because Angela's 60, about to be 64. Her ass back at the gym now.
Well, I may need to use. I'm gonna order something for my grandma and I'm gonna order something for me.
But you gotta take it 2 tablespoons in the morning. Well, I don't do tablespoons. I just pour 2 tablespoons worth in a shot glass because I ain't got time to be trying to do 2. I pour enough in the shot glass and I just take it down. 2 in the morning on an empty stomach. And then 2 shots, 2 more before you go to bed. I'm telling you, that shit gonna change your life. It's not a game.
Yeah, because I was like
Marvin and DC using it. Now you know Marvin turned 60 this month.
Really?
Yes. And Marvin said, Craig, I can't get up in my SUV. He said, I have so much pain. He called me, texted me the other week. He said, "Big." He said, he said, I'm about to order me some of that salsa. He said, that shit. He said, I'm back to normal. He said, I'm good as new.
Yeah.
I said, I know that's right.
Mom,
but yeah, it's
thought y'all had the big belly.
Right. And that's why I asked you about, that's why I asked you about blood pressure too, because it's been regular. I've been posting people's results because they've been posting a before and after blood pressure results. Like some of the people were messaging me saying, I've never had normal blood pressure. The doctors have told them that it's hereditary and I'm on medication. Them people have been messaging me.
I'm gonna tell my boss because she's a heavier set lady and she's been saying she's been having a problem with like inflammation in her stomach. So I'm gonna tell her and I'm gonna send me your promo.
I'm gonna send you the link.
And
but the thing too is with the link, it's not just gonna get a commission. It's cheaper than the TikTok shop, Amazon, and the natural store that I was going to.
Okay.
With the link because it's coming directly from the company. But yeah, so I'll send it to you.
No, I'm gonna try it. No, seriously.
I've been doing a soursop challenge. And so I've been telling them, listen, send me your results, let me know what's going on. And then I just chose like some random people and I'm gonna send them some of the soursop.
No, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something for my grandma. Try something for me. Me and Brandy gonna take some. And go from there. No, I'm serious.
But it prevents cancer and all that stuff. Like it has all of those kind of properties too. Look, Sam A. I may try some.
Yeah, I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, it's good. It depends on which one you buy. Somebody's asking how much is it with the promo code. It depends on which one you buy, and if you do a subscription. Like I'm on a subscription because I'm not gonna stop taking it.
Yeah.
But if you do a subscription, you get an even deeper discount. You know how when you do a subscription on anything, they usually give you a few dollars off. Yeah, a few more dollars off. So yeah, but so I guess that's all that's been popping. That's new. Yes. I think we've gotten caught up. Now I've been already caught up with Keon because we do talk.
Yeah, the girls are swore me and you.
They swore we didn't fell out.
We done fell out, and I ain't around, child. Me and Craig be talking, laughing, kiki.
Right, FaceTiming while he at work with them slow children.
They all right, Craig. They ain't,
I can't tell you how much the discount is going to be because again, if you do the bundle, it's going to be more than $6, Shauna. It just depends on what you buy, but it's going to take a percentage off of your total order.
We will be doing more lives. It's just life be, going on. Craig is a busy man. I'm a busy man. Craig be on tour and, he always out the country and,
We've been sitting still for a while now. We haven't done this show since, what was the last show? New York?
I told you let me host one of them. You still ain't let me host one of them.
We don't never have nobody host though.
I said let me host, bitch.
Well, I guess when we come back to Atlanta.
Oh, bitch, why you gotta wait till Atlanta?
Oh, you gonna fly out of town?
Oh, I can. Bitch, I can fly out of town. Hell you talking about?
Ashley said, Keon gets a man at home. Keon's got a man.
One thing about this man and my man, just love my man. My guy now, when I tell you, if I'm at work, if I need one of those cars washed, baby, he's going to wash one of those cars for me.
Yes. That's partnership.
Yeah. If something is going, the other day, it just wowed me. He sent me in a wild moment. Because Craig always said the gays movie. Yes, we do stay together now. But I was complaining about something. When I got off from work, I know he was dog tired. Everything was done. like I really say I have a true partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like some of the stuff, you know, and sometimes you can bring what I'm working on is sometimes you can bring trauma to the forefront into the relationship.
Carrying that bag, ladies.
Sometimes, you know, one thing he's big on is communication. So he be like, babe, you ain't gotta act that way. Just communicate with me.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he just like
he's older.
Yeah, he's older than me. But he's just like,
how old is he?
He'll be 35 this year.
So he's just 4 years old.
He's so he's just like, babe, just communicate with me. Like it's okay. Just communicate. If you
because what you like said,
like if I may act a certain type of way, or you know,
because that's a trigger.
Yeah, it's a trigger, right? He said if something trigger you, tell me. He said so I can work on it. He said you're not in the song. It's just different. When I say it's different,
it's maturity.
Yeah, it's just
emotional maturity.
Yeah.
What's his sign, Kevin Kev, with his nose?
He's an Aries. He's an Aries, just like me. But he's our birthdays are 3 days apart. But when I tell you he's a completely different Aries from I am, like I'm more of like the rowdy turn up, and he's more like real mellow and real chill. Like he have his turn up moments, but he's like so chill. Like he's really
well, because
chill.
Again, he's 35. Remember I said there's a shift that happens at 30, 35.
Yeah.
So that's what happens at 35.
Yeah.
At 30, the shift is more so where you grow in a different direction from the people that you've been friends with for a long time. 35 is like you kind of starting to mellow out.
Yeah.
You're becoming more of who you're going to be for the rest of your life in terms of your personality. Yeah. Crystal says, Keon, do people stop you in the street?
Not recently. I used to get it all the time. But not recently. Not as much, no.
Rita, you asked me, can you take the soursop if you're on blood pressure medication? Yes, there are a lot of people who were taking it, and and I'm not telling you to come off your medication, because some people, they hear what they want to hear. But I've gotten messages from people who said, they were able to come off their blood pressure medication because their numbers have come down. And so it's like, there's no point in you taking the medication. Because I know when you're on high blood pressure medication, don't you have to kind of take your reading like consistently to kind of measure it and make sure that, you know, you're taking your medication and it's working? So some of these people have come off their medication. Somebody else asked me something in here.
Would you say it's better than black seed oil?
I won't say that it's better than black seed oil because I think they do different things. Okay. I do them all. I do black seed, I do the soursop, and I do elderberry. Elderberry is more so to build your immunity, to keep you.
Oh, wow. Thank y'all for the Cash App. I didn't even say nothing about Cash App. And I
see how the people remember?
Some of y'all sent me a Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App.
What, y'all got it written down? Like, that fascinates me.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Thank y'all.
Our Love said, Craig, my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in May. He started to drink soursop daily along with chemo. As of his last CAT scan, so CT, the cancer is no longer visible, but surgery is still needed next week. That's awesome. And someone messaged me the other day because there's a tonic over there on the website for the link is scrolling on the bottom. There's a tonic over there on their website too for fibroids. I think I shared this on my social media, but there was a woman who messaged me who said she had a large fibroid and she was scheduled for surgery. I can't remember the date of the surgery, but the surgery was coming up. And she said she'd been taking that soursop now for a little bit of time. I can't remember how long she'd been taking it, but she ordered it when I first started talking about it. It probably was before I was even getting a commission. But she started taking the soursop, and she said, and that fucking fibroid shrunk, bitch.
Really?
And she said she canceled so she didn't have to do the surgery.
Let me tell you, it's certain stuff.
Yeah.
That you do, baby. Hold on.
I do still promote the protein powder. The link is in the caption of this description, but I do still promote the Just Move. I need to put the soursop link on my website too, because on my website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, there's a tab that says Craig's Corner. And when you click on Craig's Corner and do the drop down, all of the links that I have where there's a discount, you can click it right from my website. So I need to add the one for the soursop. I've been thinking about it.
Do you have the link app where it shows like all your different things, like you can put it on Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, I have it on. It is on my bio on Instagram. And I noticed that on Facebook, on the stories, you can add a link in there now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I just noticed that a few days ago. But the black seed oil is more so for what I've heard anyway. Is more so for people who have diabetes. It's bringing that A1C number down.
Oh, wow.
Where with the soursop, it's working on those people who have high blood pressure. So that's the difference that's the dramatic difference that I've noticed. Because I mean, I've heard people talking about
Linktree, Kev.
Yeah, the Linktree. So yeah, and then we've tried to reset my Linktree, either Linktree or Link Me, because I had both. And we tried, Nikki and I, we tried to reset the password and just do all those things, and it just didn't.
It just ain't working.
It ain't right. It won't let us update it because I want to be able to put all of my links, even for Fag Talk, like the tickets for Fag Talk.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's not really working.
And that blew up too, bitch. Fag Talk.
That Fag Talk has been going strong for 2 years now.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. Because remember, this is now October. Remember, I went to France like 2 years ago.
You went to France 2
That
years
was two.
ago?
That was 2.
Had me all crying and shit.
At the airport.
Boy, moving and stairs over there. Shit, bitch was back in 2 months. I was like, what? All my tears, bitch.
Well, how long did you think I was going for?
Well, when you say moving, bitch, I'm thinking you moving over there.
Well, I did, bitch. Well, you think I wanted to be out on the streets for 2 months? I got an apartment.
When you say move, you think, okay, bitch, I'm moving over there for a long time.
Well, I wasn't
Child, I had to left the job, honey, flying down the street.
Well, anything could have happened, child. Something could have happened over there.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, that was 2 years ago this month that I went to France. Because remember, I went. It was the end of October. It was going into Halloween.
It was going to Halloween.
And
time flies.
Time flies. So that was going into.
That was 23 going into 24.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so I remember that Fag Talk started a little bit before that because Maddie in the Morning is how the residency started. She had already been working on that. Mm-hmm. I was going over to Maddie in the Morning to talk about Paid for Your Say. And that's when she just said, Mo, you can't have this conversation with me. We need to have a little Fag Talk. And that's how it started. Yeah. That was 2 years ago. And then when I was in France, we did a virtual conversation, but it wasn't really. And that's when we first showed the logo, and we were on the live. But I was over there. Yeah. To be honest with you, I still can't. Damn. I went roller skating the other night, and it was gay.
I seen you.
It was gay night. Because it's White Pride this weekend.
Yeah, it is White Pride.
And so, but it was black people at the skating rink. We had Cascade. But it was white people there too, but it was mostly black. And so what I was going to say was, it's really still hard for me to wrap my brain around how big Fag Talk is. And I say that because I still literally move through the day, and I can go through the day and nobody say a word to me. I'm going to the gym. Don't nobody say anything. I'm in the grocery store. Now, every now and then it'll happen, and it might happen like at the skating rink. There were several people like, oh my God, that happened. But I moved through the day and it really don't happen. So in my mind, I'm like, it ain't as
big.
Right. But then Ryan called me the other day because Ryan's been talking to some guy. And so when I tell you, you know how like okay, I'm gonna ask you because I know y'all do it too. Let's just say I meet somebody today and I'm talking to them, and I'm gonna send you the screenshot of a picture of him. I'm gonna send it to Ryan. I'm gonna send it to Torrance and be like, y'all know him? What you know about him? Right? Yeah. Well, Ryan is talking to some guy now, and so he sent me the picture. I said, oh, he's a nice looking guy. Da da da. Well, the guy that Ryan is talking to sent Ryan's picture to one of his friends, and he said, oh, that's Ryan. That's Craig's friend. And Ryan was like, that happens all the time. He said, I don't always come and tell you. He said, but people always stop me talking. So I don't know if it's a thing where people just don't stop me because they think I'm going to be rude. I don't know what they think. But Angela gets stopped. Ryan gets stopped. So in my mind, Yeah, Fag Talk has a bunch of people watching it, but in my mind,
It's
literally,
impact.
it doesn't feel to me like it's as big as I'm hearing that it is. Because I'm, like I said, like I'm moving around and nobody will say a word.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm grateful for Fag Talk. Like I think Fag Talk has, and not just grateful in terms of like having that platform. I'm just saying, I'm grateful. We're doing Fag Talk tomorrow evening too, by the way. I'm grateful for the outlet for us to really talk about important stuff. Yeah. We talk crazy and cut up, but I think that there's a moment that she and I will get real still and get real focused on something that's really important too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't think we could have important conversations without having the silliness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the silliness is what keeps people there. Yeah. And while they're there, we put that tablespoon of Robitussin in your mouth. And here you go, get this medicine.
Real shit.
That's right, get this medicine. Yeah. And then we start laughing again. Yeah. But before you know it, you done already swallowed the medicine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's so crazy. We talk about this all the time, but I remember a point when you was at 227.
Yes,
we
God.
was doing lives at 227 back in 2021, 2020, 2019.
Yeah.
And look at you now. Look how you've grown. Look at how I've grown.
I know.
And it's just like, wait a minute, bitch.
I know.
Who would have thought 227 days? Even to when me and you was doing the Patreon. Even to when me and you did. Let me tell you, this weekend 2 years ago was our show.
Really?
That we
when
did.
Valerie came down.
Valerie, it popped up literally 2 years ago.
And so did my girl Miss
Mantra came.
Miss
Powerful came.
Miss Birdie Shake Shack or something like that came from the Bay Area.
Powerful came.
Andrew got us the rooftop.
It was a lot of people who had came or whatever, but 2 years ago, this weekend, we had our show. You get what I'm saying? And
wow, I didn't realize that was. Yeah, Stacey Michelle was there. She came all the way down from Conyers.
Yeah. Alicia Wells, Tiffany.
Alicia Wells wasn't supposed to come to the rooftop.
Leave my BFF alone.
When the last time you talked to her?
The other day. She wrote me on social media. It was the other day. But Tiffany, Donna Brown.
Tiffany Smith, Marie Dixon came from Richmond.
Yeah.
And see, again, this is why I know so many of your names and so much was going on. Like, I remember with Stacey Michelle, when she lost her mom, it may have been, 2 years ago, maybe? Stacey Michelle.
Parker Boy.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Parker Boy came 2 nights.
2 nights, yeah. So
hey, Tiffany Smith Bell. She on there.
Let me tell you, I'll never forget, I went.
She just got a degree, didn't you? I think I liked it on your Facebook.
Let me tell you.
Jackie T said I was there before I moved to Hawaii.
That Tiffany Smith Bell and Donna Brown, when I was with the we went to DC and they showed us a good time.
I remember that. Mm-hmm. Tasanda, yes, Tasanda came. Cynthia said, I came from Nashville. I gifted you the engraved cocktail. Wait a minute. These? You gave me these?
I wonder did you give me one too? Because
Craig the Writer is the code, but it's all one word. Don't put any spaces there, Christine. It's all one word. Craig the Writer.
Someone from the live gave me. I have these same glasses, but it say KS on it. For Keon Stafford.
Nita G said I was there.
Yeah, it just baffles me how. You know how you just have an impact on people, or you have built a family. Like even to Facebook, I seen y'all on the Pen Pals group saying how y'all want to come down for November and stuff. It baffles me because I was like, oh my God. Amber texted saying, hey, we need a live.
Yeah, she did. She put that in the group a while ago. Yeah, the place was filled. It was. But that rooftop was nice, and we did the rooftop. That's another example, too. Like, because there were so many people who came from outside of Atlanta, who came to 2 different shows. Mm-hmm. That was why we wanted to do that rooftop, which was free for the people who came from out of town. Again, Alicia Wells crashed it. Because it was supposed to be for people who came from out of town.
Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia said it was me who gave you the glasses. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
I still have it today.
Yeah, you see, I got them. But yeah, Miss Birdie Sugar Shack said that was my 59th birthday weekend. Wow. But no, and that was why I wanted to do the rooftop thing. Jack did the brunch.
Yes,
we had
so
mimosas.
Nice.
We had pineapple mimosas, I think, cranberry mimosas, orange juice mimosas. And it was free to them because I was like, you all came from out of town. A lot of them had Airbnbs. They had hotels. They had to buy flights or they drove or however they got here. And I'm like, that's something we could do to just, that was really nice. But yeah, so it was really cool.
See, look, correct. Look, 2 years ago today.
Wow, that was when you came out.
Yeah.
Let me see.
2 years ago today.
This was at the venue where we did. This was when Keon was coming out. Yes, the place was filled, baby.
It was filled. Oh my God.
It was nice.
We have so many memories. Like, oh my God. Like, so many memories. 7 years ago, Craig, me and you went to Charlotte. And this is the picture I picked.
Wait, not Charlotte.
I mean,
Columbia. Charleston.
7 years ago. That's
probably. Oh, you're small.
I was small. Click on the see if you can click on it. Let me try to blow it up. Hold on, wait.
We might have to do a screenshot and just.
Yeah, that's something to do.
Let me show you this picture. And I've told you guys this story before. When we went to Charleston, South Carolina, I had a book signing. Was that for my first book?
Yeah.
I think it was for my first book. And
what was the words that were spoken?
Words that were spoken.
Yeah.
And remember, I told you guys only one person showed up.
Rashonda.
And she passed away.
We
did, see, again, I'm telling you, we keep up with. This was Keon 7 years ago.
Craig, you took the picture.
Yeah.
I'm finna pull the picture up because I got it in my face. I'm finna pull the picture up of me and you. What we took
7 years ago.
And then look, by coincidence, you're here with me tonight, right? Look what popped up in my memories. Oh my God. I hate this new update.
I can't stand this iPhone update.
But you see what popped up in
I saw that,
right there? Oh wait, let me go to
that's crazy.
My favorites. Because I don't have
that is insane.
Favorites.
Right. That's crazy. And I remember Tiffany Smith Bell came down.
This is me and you. 7 years ago.
7 years ago. On the beach in
Charleston.
Wow.
7 years ago. That is crazy.
My life was so different 7 years ago.
That is 7 years ago.
7 years ago, I was 42. What month was that? September?
The end of September.
I remember the day. I remember
we took this picture September.
That memory is not to be played with.
September 28, 2000.
I remember being September.
My man made it home.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like 7 years ago, that means I was 42. Wow.
7 years ago, Craig. That's crazy. 2 years ago, we did the show. 7 years ago. That's crazy.
Andrew said, I remember walking into 227 and almost passing out, laughing my ass out. I was like, this is where the lives happen. Because Andrew, I'm trying to think before I say this. Tiffany said she remembers that beach picture. I want to say Andrew may have been the second person from the live that I became friends with.
Because the first person, who was the first person? What was her name?
Who do you think it was?
It was a dark-skinned girl. Me, you, Andrew, all of us went out. And we ate.
That's right. Avriel Duvernay. Avriel Duvernay. Yeah. So I knew Avriel first. Avriel was a supporter, and she would always gift like 9 books every 2 weeks. Every second Friday, she was gifting like 9 books. She would send like whatever it cost for the 9 books, and she would send it to my Cash App like clockwork. And she would put a note in, hey, I'm just gifting books for the next time you go live. And that's how the books kind of spread too, because there were people like that who would always do it. And so we did the Queen's Supreme Court down in Dallas. And Avriel came to she didn't want to come to the show. She said, hey, I don't want to come to the show. I just want to meet you. And she said, I really would love to take you to dinner. And I was so leery because I had never really met anybody who had been watching. And my lives weren't like big like this at the time.
I remember you used to have 53 people on live.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And 40 people on live. I remember this.
And I'm gonna tell you something that Tyler said that I never forgot.
TP?
Tyler Perry. He said, he either said, don't be afraid of small starts, or I think he said, don't be afraid of small starts. And I had a small start. Like I literally only, like you said, I remember when I had 17 people watching, 8 people, 10 people. I was substitute teaching at the time. So who was that said lies? He forgot. Marie, where's Marie? What she say? She watching on Facebook. Let me get this comment. Marie, I did meet you when we were doing the Queen Supreme Court, but what I'm saying is Avriel was the first person who was on my lives that we exchanged phone numbers. And so what happened was we were doing the Queen Supreme Court down in Dallas. And she said, hey, I'm going to drive from Killeen, Texas. And she said, I'm not interested in coming to see the Queen Supreme Court. She said, but I want to meet you. She said, can I take you to dinner and da-da-da-da. And I think, what?
Valerie just sent me this picture.
Oh, my God. This is from our show that we did in October 2 years ago.
Yeah. Valerie just sent
Valerie. Oh, that's when she was wearing her hair black.
Uh-huh.
So Avriel took me to, I was like so leery because I was like, oh, I don't know. This might be crazy. Like,
yeah.
And so we went to dinner. She took me to dinner. And Avriel and I still talk and from time to time over text or whatever. So we went to dinner, and then remember when I was sharing the story with you guys not long ago about my friend Labane who passed away in the car crash? And remember I just told you. You remember Labane?
That name sounds so familiar.
Let me show you a picture. I was just telling them about this about a week ago.
Labane used to talk about that person.
Yes, she was the one who did the vegan food tour.
It sounds so familiar.
Her. Shit. You remember her?
Craig, she passed?
Yes, she died right here. She died in the car crash.
I remember her.
Yes, she died in the car crash.
No.
I was just telling them the story the other day.
Wow.
And so, remember I was telling you about her. And so, Avriel, remember, Labane asked me to promote her vegan food tour. And I told you guys the other day how you paid, it was a service, not a service, but it was like an excursion through Airbnb. And you could pay like $100 and you went to like 3 different vegan restaurants around the city. And they talked about, she talked about the neighborhood that the restaurant was in, the history in the neighborhood. And then you got off the van and you went in, you ate like a breakfast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got back on the van and you went to the next restaurant. And you had like a lunch thing. Then you got back on the van. Then you went to do a dinner thing. Then you got back on the van. Then you went to a dessert place. All of it was vegan. So she had asked me to host one of the tours.
Mm.
And so I started promoting it on the live. And Avriel flew in from Texas. And she had a friend who lived here in Atlanta. So she came with her friend, Kim Dooley from Pay For Your Say. She came with her sister. So it was like that. So when the reason that Avriel got my number was because when we went to do the Queen Supreme Court, Avriel had driven from Killeen. And so I said to her, listen, text me when you get home. Because I was just concerned. I was like, listen, I'm going to give you my number. Just text me when you make it home.
Yeah.
And so, in fact, I think I gave her my number when a friend of mine did a surprise party for me in DC. It was a surprise birthday dinner. She came up to that. So Avriel was one of those ones, she was really like a supporter. She really was. Right.
Remember that time me, you, her, and Andrew, we went to that dinner place. It was somewhere off of like Lee Street or something. It was kind of like a warehouse. We took a picture.
Oh, we went to yeah. It's still over there. Boxcar. Yeah. So Avriel, I gave Avriel my number at one of those times that we met. So long story short, Avriel was in communication with Andrew. And Andrew told me I looked horrible back then. I was huge. Shut up, Andrew. So Avery was like, Andrew, can I tell this story? I know you've told it before, but can I tell it? I don't want to say it because I know you're in the chat. Can I tell the story? Like the full story? I'm going to wait for you to tell me if I can tell the story before I finish it. Okay, he said, yes, tell it. So Avery was in communication with Andrew because, again, like the people who've been watching me for a while, they are in community. I told you Tiffany Smith Bell and Christy Burt Williams, they both had daughters who were in college together, but their colleges were across the street. Mm-hmm. They would take each other. Well, Christy's daughter would take Tiffany's daughter to Walmart or take her on little errands if she needed to, because they had met through here. So Andrew and Avery were good friends, or become friends. And they were friendly and talking and stuff. So Avery had come here to Atlanta, and she said, hey, I want to ask you something, and I know how you are about meeting strangers, like from the live, because I know it could be crazy, da-da-da. And she said, there's this guy named Andrew who really wants to meet you. She was like, there's this guy named Andrew who really wants to meet you. And I was like, oh, Avery. I said, oh, I don't know about that. And she's like, well, he said that you really helped save his life. Like he was suicidal. And he started watching your lives and da-da-da-da. Andrew, again, he didn't even know. Andrew didn't even know this. But Avery and I would be meeting for lunch. She was here. Mm-hmm. And so she said, if you say no, it's fine. I won't even mention it to him, da-da-da-da. But when she told me that he had at one point thought about taking his life, I say, okay, yeah, you can invite him. So we go to this restaurant. And so I get to the restaurant before Avery. So I text her and I say, hey, I'm in the restaurant. This is where I'm seated, da-da-da-da. And so she gets there. So then she's texting Andrew. And Andrew's texting her. And he's just like, okay, I'm pulling up now. He thinking he's just meeting Avery. So he comes into the restaurant and I'm sitting in the booth. I'm facing this way and he comes in this way. He comes in behind me. And I turned around and I stood. I said, hey, how you doing? He just paused and he like stopped. I don't know if he cried or not, but he paused. And like from that day, we didn't even exchange numbers then. I don't even know when we exchanged numbers, but we ended up exchanging numbers at some point because Avery had a birthday party. Was it in Charlotte, Andrew? And I ended up going to her birthday party. She's like, I really want you to come to my birthday party. I went to her birthday party. Andrew came to the birthday party. And I think that's the weekend that it kind of cemented. Mm-hmm. And then we just became friends. Why was I even telling this story? What was the point of me telling this?
I don't know. Andrew, all right, child. He all right.
I don't even remember why I told this story.
Because I remember he used to come over to 227.
Mm. Oh, because he said when I first came into 227, I was like, this is where the lives happen? Yeah. Yes. But yeah, that was crazy. But that seems like, it seems so long ago, but yet still so recent. Yeah. What you texting your boyfriend? You see how his attention has left?
No!
You see how his attention has left?
Mind your business, Craig.
What? Oh, okay, Keon, you gotta go. All right, well, let me let you go.
Let me tell you one thing.
Let me let you go.
Let me tell you one thing about my boyfriend. He be like,
how many times he said boyfriend this time on this live?
He be like, go enjoy yourself, have fun. I'm okay. I love that part. And he do the same thing. He go out with his friends.
It's important to let the relationship breathe.
Yeah.
Because if you don't let it breathe, it smothers. What did he say?
Who said I'm texting him?
Let me see.
I'm not finna show you.
Who is he? Who you texting?
I'm not finna show you.
Who you texting?
I'm not finna show you.
That was him.
Hold on, let me make sure my watch don't.
Oh man, Craig, did you ever find out the person that sent a package to your home address to find out that they sent a bundle of paper towels? No, paper towels to my house. Only thing that I know that came to the house was some ink pens.
Mm. Bitch, you ever found out who tried to get through that back door?
No, bitch.
Girl, I had to come.
What was that, 3 years ago?
Yeah, I was finna come over here, bitch, with my gun.
Right.
Because you know you can't fight, so that I was gonna make sure I had to come over here, baby. Because you know you're getting a little old.
Girl, with all that inflammation in your body, you can't do with so much color.
Craig, do you remember when you used to didn't want to share Fiji water with me? And you used to make
It wasn't just you, it was nobody. Nikki would come to the house. She'd be like, oh, can I have no, get some of that tap water?
You want me to get the city punch?
Sure did. Get you some city punch.
You still drink Fiji water?
No, because once I got the house filtered, I don't buy bottled water.
Oh my God.
Because I just think it's wasteful.
Somebody said.
And the only reason I have this bottled water is because when they started talking about tariffs and government shutdown, I said, let me get me some water in here.
You ever drink Callaway Blue?
Madison, no, wait.
The water, Callaway
it's a blue bottle.
It's a blue bottle.
Yeah, Madison has it. So I
Baby,
drink that.
their water there.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I drink it over at her house. But I don't buy bottled water anymore. Like I said, I have this water. And I just bought this stuff recently, but I don't usually buy bottled water anymore.
Look what somebody just said.
Where?
Baby.
Go ahead.
Danielle asked me, Keon, what's different about this relationship? You seem happier. What's different about this relationship?
You better ask the question, Barbara Walters.
This relationship is not controlled. It's genuine.
What do you mean controlled?
Meaning like I don't have someone trying to be my dad. You know what I'm saying? He is a partner, like a boyfriend. He is, he is understanding. He is a person who is like, wants to take the load off of you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I think that's what really a relationship is about. It's about, I think it's really about really making the load easier for each other, like really being proactive.
Yeah.
And
he
doing
is
that.
Very proactive.
Love is not ownership or control.
Yeah. If I say something, he be listening. Like if I just say something, he listening. Next thing I know, it's done.
Parker Boy said they both are not Leos, Aries, and they're on the same page. Mantra must not be in here tonight. Mantra, you not in here, niece? She must not be in here.
Yeah. I ain't seen Mantra.
So wait, 2 Leos. I mean, why do I keep saying Leos? 2 Aries can work.
Baby, he do. But he's more chill. Like, he is like really chill and I'm the Robin. But he brings out another side of me. Like he makes me want to be in my soft boy era. Like he don't make me want to be like a thug. Like he make me want to be like in my soft boy.
So you mean like a bomb?
Well, no, it's never giving bothered. It's never giving fully bothered.
So when you get home, do you usually put your nightgown on?
I take off my bra and sometimes I just have my panties on. But yeah, like it's just different. Like it's really, really different. Like
somebody just asked me a question. Oh, D boy. Hey LC Small. Somebody just asked me a question, but it's gone. Craig, can you date another Taurus? I have in the past. Hey Melissa Jackson. I have in the past, but it's been years since that was like 2001 when I dated a Taurus, another Taurus. I could date a Taurus. I think the challenge is if that Taurus is stubborn, and I know some of you probably say that I'm stubborn, but I don't really think that I think I'm stubborn when I'm angry. When I'm upset about something, that's when my stubbornness comes out.
When I was type of Taurus, though.
Right. Now, when I was in my 20s, I was just stubborn just because I was just stubborn.
Yeah.
But that's a shift that happens. Like as you start to get older, 30, 35, like you learn to yield.
Yeah.
Because we're very honest with ourselves. And I know a lot of signs who say that, but Taurians, we are very, very, very honest with ourselves. Like we are very honest with ourselves to the point where we'll say, I do not like that about myself. I may not tell you, but I'm very honest with myself. I'm like, oh my God, I hate that quality about myself.
Yeah.
And not from a vanity space. I'm talking about personality. Like I hate that about my personality. Like we're honest in that way. So I could date a Taurus, but he would have to be a Taurus that's not so stubborn, that's willing to yield.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, D baby. It's like you've had to have gone through some stuff and learn how to yield. What you mean I'm a different Taurus?
Because most Tauruses is like bulls. Like they just like, ugh.
But I was that way when I was younger.
You can be that way, but you're more like, you got to build up to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to build up.
And usually when I build up to it, it's because I'm angry about something.
But you can be nasty. Oh, you can be real nasty. You can be real nasty. But overall, you ain't just nasty.
Right.
You know, you ain't nasty. Well, you can be nasty.
Yeah, no.
Neffy's a nasty.
Neffy's a nasty bitch. Right.
Some people asking how did I meet my boyfriend? I met my boyfriend on.
Tell the story. You met him where?
On 10th and Piedmont.
That's an intersection.
The gay area here.
The neighborhood.
The neighborhood. And I met him. I was with one of my friends, and me and him share a mutual friend. And I was speaking to that friend, and
that friend was with your boyfriend.
Yeah, with my boyfriend, and me and his eyes locked, and he was like, he smirked at me, and I was smirking at him. But
I love a love story.
After that, y'all know the infamous Bulldogs. I went to Bulldogs.
It's a club for those who don't know.
And he was at Bulldogs. And
how long after that with us?
Just the same night.
Oh, okay.
He was at Bulldogs. I met him earlier part of the day, and then later on I met him at Bulldogs. Mm-hmm. And we chatted for a few. We exchanged numbers or whatever, but he never saved my number. So I would go to this place called Friends here on karaoke night.
Did Friends close up?
No, Friends is still
open. It's still open. I thought they were supposed to close.
They closed. I would go on the Tuesday night. I would always see him and another person that is friends with him and my ex. So it was weird. But however, we exchanged numbers prior at Bulldogs, and I would always see him, and then he would just like, you know what, just give me a minute. I'm not ready.
No. You got to give us how you get to that point. You can't just tell us that he said, give me a minute.
We started conversing or whatever.
Because y'all had exchanged
numbers. We had exchanged numbers. And then we got to a point where he would be inconsistent. Or I was
in the communication.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever. And he would say to me, like, because I would always say, I'm looking for somebody that's with consistency, I know what I want and da-da-da. So he told me, he was like, look, I'm not ready yet for a relationship. I'm trying to get over some things, et cetera, et cetera. So we
and see, pause. That's really important. Like, and it reminds me, and I'm gonna let him finish, so don't think that I'm not gonna let him finish the story. That's important because, and it used to irritate me when I used to watch Wendy Williams when she would say, the best way to get over someone is to get up under someone. I think that is the most unhealthy thing. I've always felt like that. I always felt like that was the most unhealthy thing. You need to heal your shit. And it goes back to what you said probably about 30 minutes ago, when you said, he said to you, listen, if it's something you need to say to me, just say it to me. Like, you don't, what did he say?
If you need to talk to me about something, just talk to me. Don't walk around having no attitude.
Right. Because you've been triggered.
Yeah, you've been triggered.
And that's what I'm saying about when you haven't really healed and cleansed yourself after a relationship, after a trauma, because I believe a breakup is a trauma. And I believe there's a shift that happens in us when that trauma happens, that breakup happens, because it is a trauma. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you don't take time to suture, like in a hospital where they sew it up and seal it up. Mm-hmm. If you don't take time to suture that wound that you developed from that trauma or that breakup, you're going to take that broken, bleeding heart into every relationship that you go into after that one that hurt you. And so I think it's really mature that he was able to say, because obviously he must have been coming out of something or still had some residual feelings about something, that he was able to say, well, no, give me a minute. And I think sometimes because as humans, we don't always want to sit in the pain of it. We sometimes rush into it because we want to avoid it.
Yeah.
So 2 quick stories. I remember when one of the first times I had a heartbreak, a friend of mine said to me, he said, come on, let's get out. Let's go out the house. Let's get out. We went out to the club.
Yeah.
The very next day I called him and I said, hey, we going out again tonight? I didn't want to face that pain. I didn't want to sit still. I didn't want to sit in it. You got to sit in it. And he said to me, my friend said to me, we went out last night. We ain't going out again. You need to be home by yourself tonight. He said, you need to process through this pain.
Process through it, yeah.
The other quick story is I remember years ago, this is when, well, you probably don't know nothing about this. You remember the Armory, the club? It's behind Bulldogs. It used to be behind Bulldogs. There's apartments or condos or something there now. But there was a club back there, and I'll never forget one night I was leaving from there. This was years ago. And I saw this little dark chocolate little number. He was leaving around, and I said, oh, I like him. And so I went to say hello. I said, hey, how you doing? I said, my name is Craig. You know, what's your name? Da, da, da. And he smiled, and he looked at me, and he said, I'm just trying to heal right now. I said, I really appreciate that. I said, I respect. Because don't come traumatize me. Don't bring that broken, bleeding heart over here to me. So I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's a mature thing to be able to say, you know what? I just need a moment.
I need a moment.
Because if it's meant to be,
it's going to be.
Right. So go ahead.
So
he told you, I need a moment.
He told me, I need a moment. And I would see him out or whatever, and I had got to a point where I would look at him and just walk past him. Because
you wouldn't even say hello?
I wouldn't say hey to him because I just felt like you wasting my time.
How?
But let me get to that.
Sound like it was your ego.
Right.
Because that man had
but I am glad that he made me wait.
Thank you, Gary.
Had I not wait, I may have messed up a good thing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I wasn't fully healed. You know what I'm saying?
You weren't.
And like you say, getting up under somebody, you know, so
and then when you get up under somebody, it may go away from your mind, but it ain't left your body. That trauma has not left your body. It's still there on a cellular level. But go ahead.
So he wound up how we got together today. I would see him out in I wound up texting him and said, he was like, hey, I got your, I know we exchanged him, but he didn't save it. So he was like, I had texted him and said, don't lose it again.
So you saw him out?
Yeah. So he didn't lose my number. So we talked for a little bit and then communication.
Now, how long did the communication stop?
It stopped for like 4 months, right?
And then you ran into him somewhere?
No, I didn't run into him. I posted for my mom's birthday.
Okay. For those of you who are new, Keon's mom passed away, 3-4 years ago?
5 years ago now.
5?
She passed in 2020.
Bitch!
Time flies. My mom passed in 2020. March 3rd, 2020.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
So my mom's birthday, he reached out to me. He seen my post. And he said, hey, I'm just calling you. You know, I just want to check up on you and see how you doing, etc.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit. And then he said,
let me have that external charger because this phone is dying.
He said, he said, you remember I told you I wasn't ready. He said, but I'm ready.
You saw him?
No, he called.
He called.
We was chatting for a minute, and he said, I know I told you I wasn't ready. You said, but I'm ready now.
I'm ready.
And from that day forward, we have been talking.
Forever.
And you know, it's just been a different experience. You know.
So how long have y'all been together now?
We have been together this year made officially a year together. So we over a year and some months now.
And how long after y'all started talking did he move in?
Over a year. It's been a year.
He moved in after y'all were together for a year?
Yeah, he just moved in literally, officially. He moved in.
Because unofficially he was there before a year.
We were shacking up, but he's been in over a year. But I've been knowing him for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we've been together fully a year and a half.
Like Veronica, I look forward to meeting you too. And thank you for ordering the soursop. I saw the comment. I put it up there a moment ago. Please be consistent. Don't let it just sit on your counter. Danielle Barbara Walters, she asked, am I nervous about a relationship? What was the rest of it? Am I nervous about a relationship?
Parker Boy said, I thought no more move-ins.
Right. I said the same thing to him. I said,
baby, let me tell you, honey, Stella got her groove back, and that man had moved in. But it's so different. Well, I'll tell y'all, it's so different. Like, let's say, for instance, like, if I don't want to clean up, let's say, for instance, I'm coming home one day, and the kitchen is dirty. He's not going to wait for me to get home and do the kitchen. Like, it's going to already be done. Yeah. Like, so I have a true partner. I will say
that's partnership. Yeah,
I have a true partner. It's so crazy sometimes because certain stuff that he do, let me not say certain stuff that he do. He have done stuff in the past in our beginning relationship, triggered me or whatever, and he tests me to communicate with him. Like even to today.
Well, listen, I say all of the time, relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. And if you are not interested in learning or growing, a relationship is not where you need to be. It's in one of my books. I think it's in Book of Jewels. But listen, she asked, am I nervous about meeting people now because I'm more visible? No, that's not my first thought. My first thought now is more so I'm nervous. Not nervous. I don't know if nervous is the word. I think it's more so I'm apprehensive about meeting people because I'm somewhere in the space of still believing in love. I believe in love. It's relationships that I question. So I'm somewhere in the space of questioning relationships still. I still kind of question relationships. So I'm somewhere in the space of not really believing in relationships, but still wanting and desiring partnership. But there's a part of me that kind of feels like all these niggas the same. That's just for me.
Right. But you know what?
And I'm not saying that there aren't people out there like me who want partnership, who want consistency, who don't want games and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'm in and I'm really trying to work through this. I'm just in a space where I just feel like, yeah, these niggas.
So for me, looking in, and I may be wrong, I could be right, but I used to be like, after your last situation, I was like, it's still hope for you, and I feel that it's still hope for you. I know you're gonna find love, etc. Right? But I feel, even though after that relationship, I was like, oh, child, you're gonna start talking to somebody and right? Yeah. But I feel right in your season, and it's just me looking in now. Your season now is not about a relationship. Your season now is finishing what you have started. You know what I'm saying?
And to that, I would say, because there are points and times in your life that God has his hand on you, and he doesn't want anybody else's hands on you.
And I feel like that's where you at. I feel like he has his hand on you, and I feel like the season that you're in right now, it is not for somebody to come in, because if somebody come in right now, all is gonna fall down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you'll lose focus. Is what I'm trying to
distraction. Say. And it kind of goes back to something that I've said on here before a very long time ago. When I think about the Tamika Mallory's of the world, the Yashiri, the girl who was on Blackish, like those women who do very important work, that critical work that helps move the community forward. In some ways, I feel like my work is critical and important in that way, whether it's through Fag Talk or through the books that I've written or talking on this live. I don't need a distraction. I need somebody who understands what I'm doing, and they're not going to distract me with foolishness like who you texting and da-da-da. Like, I ain't got time for that kind of nonsense.
Right.
And to answer Danielle's question further, I don't think it's so much that I'm concerned about them knowing who I am or what I do or something like that. I think for me, what's paramount is it's hard to find somebody who is not intimidated by what I do. I'm out of town for work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never met anybody at a Fag Talk show, or even Queen Supreme Court for that matter. I've never met anybody on tour that I fucked. That's never happened.
Yeah.
But I think here we go. Our insecurities oftentimes will sponsor stories that are not true. Our insecurities will oftentimes sponsor stories that are not true. And it's hard, what I've found, is to find somebody whose insecurities are not trying to convince them that I'm not out there doing something while I'm on tour.
While you're on tour, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? it's hard for people to believe that there are people who have integrity. And so I just don't feel like battling with that. And I'm at such peace right now. I love being able to jump on here and talk when I want to talk to the people. I love being able to fly somewhere and not be worried about somebody thinking like, well, I don't, just all of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then on top of that, it's what we consider success. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm not on your level. Because I came to begin many years ago, before now. I've had so many guys that said to me, I don't think I'm on your level. Remember LTR?
Uh-huh.
That's just
we talk about stuff like that too.
That's just one. That's just one. I can think of 3 guys off the top of my head who said to me, I don't know if I'm on your level. What does that mean? What does that mean?
What you think I'm looking for is not even
right. And I think people measure your desires and what you want and what you need for partnership. They measure it by come on, P. Marcel. Yes, that's from Book of Quotes. So much to say Book of Quotes when I said people's insecurity sponsored stories that aren't true. Yeah. But I think people measure what you need in a relationship by, I don't make what you make.
I don't make what you make.
I don't dress like you dress. You're gonna outshine me if we go out, or I can't keep up with you when you're traveling out of town. Like those aren't the cornerstones that most people are looking for partnership. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to be able to take care of yourself.
I got me.
I've always had me. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to be able to take care of you. Yes, Book of Jewels still is available for purchase. I don't have any copies here, but it is on Audible and all of the e-readers and over there at Amazon. but yeah, so I just think that people measure qualities for a relationship differently. I've never measured people by because in fact, I remember when I was in my 20s, I had a friend, we used to call him a resume dater. We said, you a resume dater. What you mean by that? You date people based on what they do and how much they make. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's about connection. And I just don't want to pacify anybody else's insecurities. I've done that. And this is where I am in the book, where the book that I'm writing now, where I'm trying to figure out how to language this without it sounding jaded, because I don't want to poison people's perception when they're reading it. But I am in a space where I'm just like, I dedicated my a good portion of my 20s and a good portion of my 30s in trying to partner with somebody in a relationship. And now I'm just at a space where like I'm not willing to really devote that kind of time. Yeah. I'm not really in a space where
I did my 20s in a relationship.
Yeah.
When I first met you here, bitch, I was engaged.
I remember. Well, no, I think when I met you, y'all had.
I was engaged already.
Oh, I thought y'all had, because remember we did the podcast. Oh no, when I met you. But then eventually, yeah, y'all had called off the engagement. Yeah. But yeah, like for me, I just I just don't want to I don't want to be affected or impacted by somebody else's trauma. I think that you need to handle your traumas, and I handle mine.
And I handle mine.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be cut. And I say this in Book of Jewels. It's just like I've tried to piece back these broken pieces of glasses, aka people who were broken, and I ended up getting cut in the process of trying to help repair them. I can't help you do that.
Yeah.
No relationship should help you. Relationships should help support you, but they can't heal your trauma. That's not what the relationship is designed for.
Right.
Craig, serious question. Would you go with a date who is a minimum wage worker or a little above that? He said, would I go on a date with somebody who's a minimum wage worker? I'm
gonna let you.
For me, Lala talking about that's a no. And I'm going to tell you why it's a no. Because if you're age appropriate and you're making minimum wage, I'm going to be looking at you like, what you been doing with your life? Now, if it's a situation where you have a degree and you may have had a business, or you are a federal worker and you lost your job and you just out there getting a job just to have something coming in, that's a different conversation. But if that's just where you are in life, yeah, no. Because again, I'm gonna fall right back into these same conversations of, oh, you think you better, and I can't keep up with you, and that, like, all of that same stuff is gonna come up.
Yeah. I know, I get that part.
Yeah.
But being a minimum wage worker, no. However, if I'm more of the breadwinner in the relationship, that's fine, because sometimes it's not the money that you make, you still can do stuff with it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not always about
the boyfriend texting.
No, it's not just friends texting, seeing what we're doing.
Oh, you stepping out?
I might step out tonight. But it's about what you can do. It's about how you make these.
It's about value.
Yeah, value. Yeah. So minimum wage worker, I don't think that I can date a minimum wage worker at this point in my life.
Right.
But if you making less than me, yes, I can.
Yeah, because somebody got to make more money.
Somebody got to make more money.
You know what I mean? And then the other part of it is, I know a couple, when they first got together, one of the guys was making more money. But baby, them tables changed.
It turned.
And he said in the beginning, he was just like, how's this gonna work? You know, because I make more money, Because then you get into the area of we're living together now, and I make 3 times what you make. How do you bring value? Am I supposed to automatically just pay most of the bills because I make more than you? But here's the thing. Going back to that same couple that I mentioned at the top of this live, remember when I said the guy who said to me, wait till you turn 30. He and his partner, they've been together since I was in my 20s.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so they've been together for a minute. And I remember him saying to me that his partner makes more money than he does. Because his partner is a judge. So he's been making
money.
Clear, yeah. And I said, well, how do y'all do that? He said, we take 60% of his check and 40% of mine. And we put it into an account, and we take care of all of the household stuff. We do our car insurance, our cell phones, the bills around the house. And he said, and I take the rest of my check and put it in my account. He said, so we have a joint account. He has his own account. I have my own account. And so when Christmas or birthdays come up, we pull money from our individual accounts to do gifts.
Yeah.
But that joint account that we take 60 from his check and 40 from mine, we use for vacations and things like that. And we have a savings. And we have a savings too. So anyway, so that made sense to me. But I think that one person is always going to make more than the other. But going back to the other couple that I started with, oh, wait, here's Liquid Burns right in here now. She says, hey, y'all, it's Tika from Liquid Burns. I'm alive. Keon and Craig, love you too. But the couple that I was talking about, where one was making more at first and then the tables turned, what he said to me was, he said, but even when I was making more, he brought value that you can't put a dollar sign on. He said, because every morning he gets up and makes breakfast and he'll bring it to me in the room. Or he'll call me and say, hey, babe, the food is ready, come on down. He said he cooks. He said, so sometimes when you're in a partnership, you're in a relationship and you live together, sometimes you try to dominate a space. Yeah. He said, because like the partner would take over the kitchen. He said, and I sometimes felt like, well, why he got control of the kitchen? Like, why is he, you know what I mean? Like, meaning like, whenever the food was being cooked, he was always cooking, or appliances, he was the one doing all of that. Like the kitchen was his. Yeah. He said, and I just had to step back and say, I'm not a cook like he is. He loves to cook. I'm gonna let him have the kitchen. And he said, and even though he was making less than I was at that time, he always made sure there was groceries in the house. He always made, so going back to what you were saying, so let's just say this card thing that you're doing now, let's just say it ends up becoming a 6-figure or 7-figure business. He still brings value to it because you couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah.
Because he's washing the car while you over here at this day job.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to the story that I mentioned earlier about the woman who owns Cami Cakes, the cupcake business. She said this on the live, so I'm not exposing anything new. Her husband was the breadwinner when she just had the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a special needs child. So she was mostly taking care of that child. And then she worked overnight at a hotel. And she was like doing like night audit.
Night audit, yeah.
And so she said, but her husband had the day job, and he was the one. It was his insurance that took care of them, and he made most of the money. The reason that they were able to start the business is because she was able to pull equity out of their home.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of his money because they bought that home together. And again, he was the breadwinner. So even though the idea for the cupcake business was hers, even though she was the one doing all of the work, the funding, the seed money came from him. And so in that instance, I believe, because they're divorced now, in that instance, I do believe that's one of those instances where even though it was her business, I believe that he deserves part of that business in terms of how much the value that you got to buy me out.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have that business if it wasn't for me.
It's for me.
You know what I mean? So I think that people have to learn how to put their ego to the side and really be fair. And that's really the purpose of a prenup. And you ain't got to be rich to do a prenup. That's really the purpose of a prenup, is to agree on how to separate and divide things while you're still getting along. So that in the event that the day that you break up and there's animosity, that you've already decided while we're in love and in La La Land, you know what I'm saying? You've already decided how to split things equally and fairly.
Yeah. But it's the difference that because my dude cooked.
And you don't cook. I mean, you cook, but you don't cook.
Yeah. So I was the one who was cooking it. Fuck you, bitch. I heard you.
What I said?
You ain't cook, but it don't mean you want to eat it.
No, I said you cook, but it ain't nothing I want to eat.
Right.
All that frozen shit, all that motherfucking preservatives and shit.
But he's a true cook. Like he cooks like how your mama and grandma would cook.
Right, because he's from Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's from Atlanta. He's born and raised in Atlanta.
Yes, you definitely have your soursop after a drink. Yes, it's a detox, niece. I'm gonna have my soursop before I go to bed. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but he's from where's he from?
He's from Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But he cooks. So I was cooking little meals and stuff like that. He said, "One day I'm gonna cook for you, and I promise you're gonna change your mind."
So now he cooks.
Bitch, when I come home from work, dinner already made. Or if I'm asleep on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I wake up from the smell of him cooking.
So that's what I'm saying. So
it's a different value. It's what I was saying, and I love it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you may, if you don't make more money than him now, you may make more money than him one day. And I don't think that you should turn your nose up at that and be like, oh, well, he don't make enough money. Because you may be paying the lion's share of the bills. Because let's just say y'all end up buying a house together at some point. You may be able to afford a house that he can't afford. So does that mean you're supposed to live in what he can afford? Because you don't want to spend more. No, I want to live in a house that I can afford.
Right.
And so you might not be able to really do nothing with the mortgage, but I'm gonna need you to handle this other stuff.
Yeah.
You might may have to cook. Well, not have to cook, but I need you to bring your value to the table. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you may pay the utilities and the groceries, but also save me in other ways. Maybe I don't need to have a cleaning lady come in because you enjoy cleaning and you clean. So then we don't have to pay for a cleaning lady. Or like if you know what I'm saying? So it's just about how you negotiate.
Yeah.
That's really what it becomes.
Girl, speaking of cleaning lady, girl, you still got that girl from Groupon? Because girl, we was just talking about having a cleaning lady. I need a cleaning lady.
I don't use her. You know how I didn't use that lady when I came here. So those of you who are brand new, I had a cleaning lady who had special needs, but she was good.
You found some Groupon.
No, I did not. This is when I was over at 227. So if you are new, then you may not have been watching it when I was at 227, unless you're going back looking at old videos. but she has special needs, and I got her from Angela because her mom worked at the school that Angela worked at, and so her mom had her clean at Angela's Airbnb, and then in turn, I needed a cleaning lady when I was at 227, so she started cleaning my place. NYC said, I remember her. Baby, that lady would come in and snatch her wig off and set it on my couch, and she would get to work. She would come in and take that wig off. She'd be like, hey, how you doing? She would come in and take that wig off. She'd get to work. But,
oh my God, the times.
Yes, God. Oh my God. But speaking of cleaning lady, the lady that I work with now, I like her a lot. Again, I got her from Angela. Wait a minute. Tiffany said that cleaning lady was something else. Y'all a mess. Y'all used to make fun of her. Oh my God.
We got a video when I was talking about her.
Thank you, Stephanie Taylor.
I said something in the nature of like she had a bob with a ponytail or something.
Yeah, you took because she had like more than one hair. Because when she didn't wear a wig, she would just be doing too much with her hair. She would have like 2 different hairstyles at once.
I ain't never seen the motherfucker who had a bob and a ponytail all at the same time. I'm gonna go back and try to find that video.
That don't make no sense.
Craig, finish telling your story.
So, what was I about to say? The cleaning lady that I have now, I like her a lot. I got her through Angela. She's sisters with a friend of mine, Angela. And I meant to tell this story earlier tonight when we were talking about the soursop, because she came yesterday to clean. And I said to her, I said, did you end up ordering the black seed oil? Or did you order the soursop? She said, oh no, I got the black seed oil. I said, have you noticed anything? She said, no, I ain't really noticed. She'd been taking it for 2 weeks. She said, no, I haven't really noticed anything. Then she proceeds to say to me, but I do, she said, what do you take for diabetes? What is it? Metformin or something? What is it called?
Craig, I found the video.
That's the video?
It's the video.
What's it called when you have, is it metformin or something?
She was very nice. I like her.
Wait, pause this so I can show them. Is it, what metformin? Okay, right. So she said to me, I've been using it for like the black seed oil for like 2 weeks, but I can't really say I've noticed anything. Then she proceeds to say, but I noticed that when I've been taking my, she said, I haven't had to take, because I think you take it twice a day. She said, I've only been taking it once. She said, because when I check my numbers later on, it's low. She said, so I only take one. I said, well, Carlos, if you only taking it once a day, then it's the black seed. She said, oh, I didn't think about that. She said, I guess that's what it is. She said, well, yeah, because I was about to order the soursop. She said, I want to try that soursop next. So again, going back to what I said earlier, the black seed oil has really been good for dropping that A1C number, and the soursop has been really good for the blood pressure. Mm-hmm. So wait, this is the video. How'd you find it so quick?
Bitch, I remember posting on my Instagram. So
now, what did we say in this
video? Oh, wait.
Is that when she had the wig?
What you say about her hair? What was wrong with her hair? It was nothing wrong with her hair. She was very nice. I like her.
And how long ago was this?
First of all, Creed, she had a bob.
Wait, let me show them. Let me start it over. Well, how long ago was this?
I got to look at the date.
Now, what you say about her hair? What was wrong with her hair? It was nothing wrong with her hair. She was very nice.
We was on FaceTime.
I like her.
We were on FaceTime.
First of all, Craig, she had a bob with a fucking ponytail in the back.
I'm at 227.
I'm getting out here. Listen, I'm getting out here. About her hair. What was wrong with her hair? It was nothing wrong with her hair.
And it started over.
What year was this?
I don't know what year was that was.
Now, what you say about her hair? What was wrong with her hair? It was nothing wrong with her hair. She was very
Oh my God, what year was this?
I'm telling you, that black seed oil is not a game. That's why I do that and the soursop.
She had
It's not showing.
It's not showing.
Yeah, it said 350 weeks ago.
Well, it's 52 weeks in a year. Let's see. Let me divide that.
350 weeks ago.
I had too many drinks to do it in my head.
So do 350 divided by 52.
Right. So that was 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
It's really 6.7. So that was like 6.5 years ago. Almost 7. So that was what, 2018?
2019. Because 2018 was
Yeah, so like 2019. Yeah, so 2019. So that was right before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is so crazy. That is absolutely insane. What was that?
227 days.
Oh my God, let me show them. So this is what I was in at 227.
Cheers. Don't hit it too hard. Girl, they that cheap. Girl, they that cheap, but they don't crack the tactic. Okay. Not too hard. Yes, girl. For those of you that are watching, just know that I am joking. I'm not going to change when I get on TV. I'm just joking. It's just
This right. Oh, this is before Madison's reality show.
Reality show, yep.
So those of you who watched the T.S. Madison experience, this was just what year was that?
Damn, bitch.
I was in my last relationship. Because remember, we watched the first episode. You and your ex came over and we watched the first episode.
Oh my God, bitch.
So what, that had to have been like 2021.
Yeah, I think so. It had to be.
I think that was 2021. That was right when we were about to do the T.S. Madison experience on WeTV, which now you can look at it on different apps. Like you can look at it on Watch All Black or something.
This here.
Oh my God, this house looks even different.
I wonder, will it still get up if I had some click in front of me? Bitch, what we talking about?
This is here at this house.
That's right when you first moved.
It was when I first moved, and I painted it a different color because you can see in the background it's a different color, and it's even a different TV there. Oh, wait a minute.
All right, girl, let's scroll too much.
I said, I wonder, will it still get up if I had some click in front of me? Bitch, what we talking about? I never had no complaints. You what? Never had no complaints, okay? From a man or a woman. Oh, I said to myself,
oh my God.
Bitch, we used to have some time.
Yes, we did. We used to cut up so bad.
Oh, it used to be real, real bad. What you was talking about in here?
And next week, I am going to go.
Let me see.
That's where he was there. He wasn't staying with me near my ex. He wasn't staying, but he was there and we was recording. And
we were recording at your house.
At my house, and he flushed the toilet, and you can hear from the basement.
Oh my God! Look. So wait, pause it. Let me tell him. So Keon and I used to alternate. We would do lives at my house, and sometimes we would do lives at his house. And so at his house, he does the live in the basement. Those of you who've been watching for a while, you already know the story. We would do the live in his basement. His ex was upstairs one day and he had flushed the toilet. And because we're in the basement, the pipes come down in. And so we heard and I stopped. Okay, let me show them.
Hold on.
And next week, I am going to. And next week, I am going to go. Is he using the restroom? Let me get in the shower. Why don't you get in the shower? You don't have somebody that can come in. You got sound people, but you don't have somebody that can work on that. The world was coming through here, and I thought it was coming through here. Girl, you're piping, your tears. Did he turn on the hot water? Oh, he's finally done. You know what? On that note, and next week
we all in the middle of the live, and you hear all this goddamn water. I'm like,
oh my God! I never do just to hit the reels. It's just to look at videos.
Right? Yeah.
And oh my God!
But it startled me because I was mid sentence, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because it was like, shit. I was like, what the fuck was that?
That's when I first started doing lives at my house.
Mm-hmm. Look at Monquetta in the comments. You can see Monquetta's comment.
Hey, when I get out of the shower, what I do? What's the first thing I do? Jump right in your panties. No, I don't, bitch. I order this body, I order this face, I order this hole, I order. You order what? This hole. No,
That is too funny.
Oh my God. It's like we have videos and shit for days.
And Keon and I met. I know some of you already know this, but Keon. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody said, oh my God, this is my first time catching one of your lives. I love y'all. Hey, Angel. So Keon and I met because Keon used to work in the hotel industry. And you were living in Conyers?
Conyers.
He was living in Conyers. Madison lived in Conyers at the time when we were doing the Queen's Supreme Court. Oh, no, we was doing the Queen's Court.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became the Queen's Supreme Court. But when it became the Queen's Supreme Court, she met Keon first because she would be booking the guests that would come on the Queen's Supreme Court at his hotel. And he was at the front desk. So he started giving her discounts for the hotel rooms. And then she started inviting him over to the house. Because those of you who've been watching the Queen's Supreme Court, y'all know that once upon a time, we used to have like an audience, like a live audience. She would just invite people to her house. And I used to say to her, girl, you let these strangers just come to your house? I was like, girl, how you let these people just come know where you live like that? And Keon was one of the people that came. And he and I just met then. That's how we met. Now, he loves to tell the story that I was shady towards him.
Yeah, he was shady towards me. He didn't talk to me until he found out I was the hotel connect. And he's like, oh, you don't want to work at the hotel? Yes, bitch, I work at the hotel. Now you want to talk to me because he never seen. He used to look at me like I was just one of the other ones who used to come in there.
Getting on my nerves. Because I'm trying to run a show and they all loud and they talk and they all on their phone. We got a show going on. You got to get out here with that phone.
Put your phones up.
Put your phone. I used to make an announcement.
He used to have his little tight little pants on.
I used to make an announcement. Listen, we're about to go live. You need to turn your phones up. You need to use the restroom. You need to do it now.
Because if you flushed at her house too,
you can hear it in her basement if you flush.
You can hear it too.
Miss Mary will be up there sometimes flushing. But here's the thing. Keon did put me in a hotel when I started my book tour with the first one. He put me in this ghetto ass hotel. Where was it? It was all these J's outside, and when I say J's, I mean junkies. It was trash bags all in the parking lot. God. And I said, where the hell did you put me? I don't want to spend the night here. I don't want to wait.
Oh my God.
In the middle of the hood. I don't remember what city I was in.
I don't know where.
I want to say it was like Charlotte.
Because y'all know Craig, he loved to get a refund, baby.
And I called that hotel. I said, listen, I'm not paying for that. I said, I felt like I was in danger. And
the hotel that me, you, and Mike say they went back.
And that was fine.
Yeah, that was fine.
That was in Charleston.
Yeah, that was.
But this one, I think I was by myself.
I remember you went somewhere.
I want to say I was in like North Carolina somewhere.
You went somewhere. You called me. I remember, bitch.
He was at work. I called him right up. I said, where the fuck? Where is this?
It was real ghetto.
Oh my God. It was all this riffraff walking around outside.
Oh my God, the times. Oh my God.
But anyway, listen, we're about to get off here. We've been on here for 3 hours.
It's been 3 hours, Craig?
3 hours. 2 hours and 54 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's time to call my man, baby, and see what he doing. See what he doing, baby. It's time to go home. Go home.
These are my bangs. I thought you were going to hang out.
I am. I'm just going to see what he's doing first. He may be in the shot. He tired. He had an event today. Here, come back.
But anyway, listen. You guys have an amazing night. Have an amazing weekend. What's today? Saturday?
Oh my God, today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday. We're doing Fact Talk tomorrow evening. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing night. Please order your soursop. The link is scrolling at the bottom. Please, please, please download the Say It in a Card greeting card app. It's a Black-owned business. It's my business. You can send greeting cards electronically. There's animation, just like an Evite. It's available on Android and iOS. The link is scrolling. No, it's not scrolling at the bottom, but it is in the caption of the video.
I'll be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.